Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special Tuesday night presentation of the Backmarkers Racing League GTCC ARCA series. This is the seasonal throwback race at Darlington, the Moon Pie 175. I want to thank you all for joining in tonight. I am joined here in the broadcast booth by the Season 1 ARCA champion and perennial headache for anyone racing in the late model series on Monday night, Tyler Barnett. Tyler, how you doing tonight, man?
I am not too bad. I'm excited to be back up in the booth. It's been a while and I've been missing it a lot, so a good race to come back to. This track is going to be treacherous for these guys. It's already nighttime, so there will be a little bit more grip, but still, this track is going to be super, super tough to tame, and I mean, that's its nickname, is the track too tough to tame or the Lady in Black. Either one gives off that elusive and difficult vibe, so it's going to be one of those tonight. I feel it, and I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think I guess I don't know how privy you've been to this ARCA class. I know you did Road America, you did Irwindale, but man, there's really shaping to be a battle up at the top with Pendel. I'm putting the points up here for everyone to see between Pendel, Warnecki. Warnecki obviously won the last time out at Nashville. And then Kevin Baumler. I think any one of those guys are really quick. And then Daniel Morris Jr. Was by far the quickest one on a road course. So I think any one of these four, and then Tyler DeTalent, obviously, he always seems to show up at the end of these races. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, this championship battle is blown wide open, and we only have 6 races left. We're going to be halfway done with the season after this.
No.
And with that, this points battle is extremely tight. Typically, at the halfway point, I'd say we have somebody who's a championship favorite, or like one or two of them, but not four. I think there are probably like 5 or 6 guys who can come back and win this championship too. So this is shaping up to be a great battle, and we only have 2 more races left where we allow non-ARCA regulars. So after that, that's going to be a huge test on who's going to be fast and who isn't. And I don't think we've had a repeat winner yet this season.
No, we have not. On board right now, we're with Sam Stoner, and you can, because he's coming down the front stretch here. And this track on TV, it looks like it's a standard oval, but absolutely it is not. It is two different race tracks on both ends of the track. Tyler, you want to tell us a little about a lap here?
Oh, definitely. So this track, watching Stoner right now go down the back straightaway, this track is just so odd and it's so difficult. The surface is so old. You really have no real control over the car. You kind of just have to let the car do what it wants, and you gotta try to correct it as much as you can with the wheel. But you're basically just a passenger for all 1.3 miles of this track. So turn one, it's gonna be the bigger corner. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come down and do exactly what Sam did. You're gonna clip that like white dotted line with your left front. You're gonna drift up all the way to the wall, and then you're gonna try to cut down on exit, and you're gonna be full throttle, just praying that the car sticks and doesn't want to step out a little bit because you need to be full throttle going down that back straightaway, or you lose a lot of momentum. And that back wall comes quick. You're gonna see a lot of people hit that wall coming out of turn two. It is a treacherous area of the track, probably one of the most difficult tracks or areas to a track actually. And then going down the back straightaway, you're gonna build up a lot of speed, and then you're gonna hit the shorter end of the 4 corners here. So turn three, you got to brake a lot earlier than you expect, and you can either enter really high and cut down low, or you can stay low the whole time, or you can go high low high, or high low, or low high low. There's so many different lanes that you could do for 3 and 4, and that's gonna be where the big passing zones are gonna be. Because turn one and two, you're almost flat out. You're gonna be checking up just a little bit, dragging a little bit of brake, especially on a long run. But typically, that's not where you want to make a pass. 3 and 4 with a bigger braking zone is where you're going to want to make that pass, and there's also more room for opportunities to do so. But 3 and 4, a lot of people are going to get it wrong, and that's where the Darlington stripe comes in. A lot of people are going to be brushing that wall, and it's going to be difficult to pass here tonight. So this is going to be a fun one, man. This is going to be an absolute blast to watch up in the booth, and I'm glad I'm not down there having to wrestle these cars for 135 laps.
Yeah, it's so tricky. I mean, and it's one of those things that the guys either love it or they really don't like it. And I think if you look right now at at the top three, it's definitely three guys that absolutely love this racetrack.
That is for sure. And look at Mr. Moonpie himself on the top of the leaderboard for now. I mean, obviously, we still got a couple guys left to go, but that's not a bad lap. And really close behind him is going to be Sam Stoner. If Jacob and Blake don't run tonight, I don't know if they're running tonight or not. I think Jacob may be, but I know he has some internet issues, and
I think
I don't
Blake
know if
is.
Blake's. Okay. Well, those two are going to be tough to beat. Those two are they're elite drivers here, but I do think if anyone's going to bring them a fight, it's going to be either Sam or Sean. So that's very fitting for these guys up here. That's really awesome to see too.
Yeah, it's great. And what's interesting is that none of our championship favorites, the big four, have taken a lap yet. So obviously, I expect them to be up there with the Bushwhackers. But yeah, Daniel Morris Jr. looking really good in fourth spot there. Um, Peter Stewart, Peter Stewart obviously he had a podium position here in last season in ARCA. Tyler DeTalent obviously was running really well before that last crash, I think, from what I
You know
remember
who it
last
was
season.
too? It was our man,
Who am I? Was it Steve Loving? Or
Connor Morse
oh
Jr.
no.
getting shout outs.
Connor, we do miss you. Pendell just
P16 already.
yeah. Pendell comes in. Let me see if I can get his lap here. Yeah, he. So Pendell is associated with Evil Empire SimSports, so I did get that wrong on the broadcast, I guess last week at Nashville, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, Pendell looking pretty good. Kevin Baumler only seventh. So Kevin, who really was the class of the ARCA field at Chicagoland a couple weeks ago, now finds himself kind of mired back. Although he's really only, I guess Gudger now is a full-time ARCA driver too. I still think of him as a truck driver. Sorry, Michael. But yeah, it's looking really really tight at the front here. I mean, I can't believe. Okay, there you go. Pendell just did a 29. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Ho, ho, ho. And I was watching a replay of his first lap here. Let me go back a lap here. Wow. So he pips Sean Johnson for the pole. I mean, obviously it's going to be hard to hold that in the race, but man, what a lap for him. Let's see what he did into turn 3 here. Just really right in the middle, holding it steady, and is able to drive it off. So yeah, great job for him. Kevin did improve to third. Okay, so wow, it's and now Blake goes second with a 30.0. Let me go.
And that's his first lap too. That's his
Yeah.
first lap. He's gonna lay down a heater for his second lap,
He
I think.
looks like he's pulling off.
Oh wow.
So that is it for Mr. Hop. I don't think he'll be disappointed with that.
I
I
don't think
think
so either.
yeah, he's obviously not going for points, and he's got a good position for the start. So yeah, wow.
So going back to this track too, this track is extremely hard to pass. Like we were talking about, you really want to pass in 3 and 4. That's going to be your biggest zone here. But if you can qualify well, it's going to make your life a whole lot easier because you're going to have that cleaner air. You're going to be able to defend and mirror drive and make that car as wide as possible. But those guys in the back, especially people that are championship contenders, such as Mr. Tyler DeTalent right in the middle of the field, it looks like, and Abraham Kalufa, who's been having a great season, just did not have a good qualifying run, but he's definitely a racer over a qualifier, so we're going to see where he ends up. But even then, you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage if you're going to be a mid-packer, the tail end of the field. But Tyler, I know if Tyler's dad is watching, I should say. I think its name is Joe DeTalent? John DeTalent? Either one. Shout us out in the comment real quick. Tell me if I'm wrong or right. But either way, Mr. Father DeTalent, I know he's going to be watching his son very, very closely tonight going through his field because Tyler's going to be a man on a mission. He knows that he needs the championship points. He needs to make up as much as he can on Kevin, Chris, and Daniel Morris.
I wanna if Pendell is I'm gonna grab him real quick. I wanna ask him about his pole lap here. I'm gonna bring him into our broadcast booth here.
Sounds good.
Hey, Chris, it's Dustin and Tyler up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, man. So I see you're ready to bounce back from Nashville with a vengeance, right?
Yeah, man. Actually, I was enjoying Nashville there. I had a good run at Nashville, and I just messed up at the end there in the race and dropped me down. But yeah, this is my place. I love Darlington. It's one of my favorite places to race at. I don't know how I got that lap, to be honest with you, because I was practicing and I think the fastest I practiced was like a 30 flat by myself. To hitting a 29.9 is awesome. I was struggling at 4 in practice, just exiting, and I don't know what I did different there, but I just exit out of 4 straight, not loose, and I was only trending like I think maybe four tenths slower than my fastest lap. So I mean, I will take this.
Yeah, what a run, man. Well, we will be looking forward to you putting on a show here tonight. You got a couple of hard chargers behind you, Blake Hoppy and Sean Johnson. Especially Sean. Sean wants this really bad, we know. So, hey, drive safe, good luck, and have fun out there, all right?
I appreciate that, guys. Hopefully I can stay out of the issues tonight and be here to talk to you guys at the end.
Yeah, if we catch you during a caution, we'll come grab you.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yep. All right. So I guess Alan Warnecki is not qualifying. I guess that's kind of
that's big.
That's really big, yeah, because he's obviously our points leader. He won the last time out, so to the average viewer or anyone looking on would think he would be a favorite for this victory. So big surprise to see Alan back there. But maybe
it really is.
Yeah, maybe there's some issues going on or whatever. So we'll see.
I hope so, because that's going to be a huge detriment.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he's in the chat. Yeah, he's up there in Dumpster Fire Racing, and here we are. We're gridding up, so we're ready to go.
All right.
All right, let's pull up our starting grid here again. Race info grid. Let's see if I can go live here. Stop live. There we go. Okay, so you got Pendell with a heater that he just talked about. Blake Hoppy behind or alongside him and on the front row, and then Sean Johnson, Kevin Baumler, and then Stoner, Gudger. You guys can go through the list here, but yeah, the big surprise I think here is Warnecki. Bradley, not really a surprise because as Tyler alluded to, he's been having internet issues, so he's probably going to be hanging in the back, and then maybe seeing what his connection's like, and then I think if he's doing okay, he might try making some moves. So good, probably just wants to hang out with us, wants to be part of the race. Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic race. I already feel it. I mean, you got an ARCA regular on the pole, which is very rare. We got Blake Hoppy, qualified second. He is a man on the mission. He loves to win, obviously, so he's going to want to be up there in victory lane tonight. Sean Johnson, somebody who just wants to win so bad here. Like, not only just win, but he wants to win here at Darlington. This is one of his, if not his favorite track. This is all he talks about. If you mention anything about South Carolina in front of him, he will probably mention Darlington and go on a whole tangent in real life. Then you got the qualifying ace, Mr. Kevin Baumler, who was not that hot in qualifying. He was looking like about a tenth off, just a little over a tenth. And then rounding out your top 5, I know you already went through it, but Samuel Stoner, man, he has improved drastically from last season. And I'm excited to see what he can do tonight, especially with the comparison race from last season.
Yeah, plus he's coming off that first podium. I mean, he almost, I think he was running real good at Chicago last year and a couple other road courses. But yeah, I think this was his debut, if I recall correctly. He kind of came out of, we didn't know who he was. He showed up in the Robert Presley Cartoon Network car and was just on pace immediately. So, and I know that there are some Sam Stoner fans out there watching. So hope he's able to put on a show for you guys tonight. But starting
That's right.
Starting P4, I think he'll be, P5. Good starting spot. He'll be in good shape. So yeah,
I'm excited to watch this go on, man. And thank you guys for watching. Anybody that is in the chat right now, let us know. Give us a big ol' yell that you're here so we can shout you guys out. And thank you guys again for watching. I know Dustin just talked about. Just talked about the. I think it was 8 of them from Samuel Stoner's fam. So thank you guys for watching.
So Warnecki is in the chat and in the YouTube chat and says, "I am way too slow." So I don't know if he's just not feeling confident or what. I don't know. That's kind of.
He ran a 30.431 in practice, so that's not a bad lap in practice. I know a couple people were in the 29s, but I think he's just gonna slowly and methodically work his way up through the field. I think it's gonna be a Very just Warnecki drive.
Yeah, maybe he was pushing too hard. He didn't have the pace and maybe overcooked it in his qualifying lap. But here we go. Green flag is out. And we are racing at Darlington, the Moon Pie 175.
A very even jump for the two front runners. This is going to be interesting going into one. Blake is going to hold on, try to keep his foot down, get close to the wall. I think he grazes it just a little bit, but Pendel is going to clear him. Blake is going to clear Sean Johnson, who's going to have a decent run coming down the back straightaway, but right now it is the Pendel show, and he is mirror driving right now, trying to keep that 23 behind him.
Sam Stoner already up to fourth. He's starting to make progress already.
Yeah, Sean put his nose in there just to let him know that he's there, but otherwise it looks like we are all single file pretty much.
Yeah, it's always good to get off these restarts and not have a caution, but Pendel already starting to put some space between himself and Hoppy.
Yeah,
oh,
I think
big blink
right
from
now,
Hoppy.
I think right now Hoppy and those behind him are just kind of watching their tires. This is a track that will eat your tires up. So if they can push Pendel to push a little bit too hard early on in the race, he's going to fall off a cliff, and he's going to be just prime pickings for those guys back there on the slightly saved tires, I should say.
Michael Gudger already making a move up there to fifth.
Oh, somebody touched the wall in the back of the pack. It looked like, yep. Looks like we got a
we got a
caution
yellow
already.
Let's take a look.
Wow.
Oh, Dade
So what's
Grajewski?
gonna happen here? No, it was the 43 of Andrew Cowell. He hits the wall, and the 92 hit him because just nowhere to go. And then Dade did a little bit of an ARCA break there. Pretty egregious one, I would say.
Already you have the 43 and the 92. Oh my goodness, Kalufa gets launched.
Yep, that's what I was saying. Dade just kind of had an ARCA break moment.
Well, if the car's still running, yeah. See if I can take.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be very happy with himself for that one.
Take another look at this. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Abraham because it's like you said, he's been running so good. So,
well,
yeah,
it's early in the run.
Yeah, it's a shame to use that fast repair when you have 135 laps.
Yeah, I feel like he'll keep his nose clean though. Abraham's becoming a smart driver.
Yeah, wow.
He's becoming a really smart driver, and I think that he's going to be able to be okay and roll away from this one. He's staying out right now. Yeah, he's staying out for this one too. He doesn't think he has that bad of damage, and I mean, from iRacing's point of view, it doesn't look like it either. He only has a scrape on that left side of the car, which I know this iRacing damage model is a little bit interesting. I don't know if you saw what happened last night.
I did not. Well, they just changed it today, right, when we downloaded it. So I don't know.
Only for the trucks.
Oh, just for the trucks. Okay, it was not for the gen.
Trucks and some dirt cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really funny last night. So Rob, I think he got taken out. And I don't know if you've seen the bull ring, but it is a tight, tiny track. So the leaders came around quick. And I was just moseying my way along in the middle of the track. And then Robert backs out in front of me, directly in front of me, hits the brakes because he expects me to move. And I expect him to not come up the track. So I swerve, and he brakes, and he stops, and I hit him right in the door. And I flip him 3 times, and he runs away.
Well, that's encouraging.
Yeah, I mean, these cars can take a beating in this service, so hopefully, if we do see more carnage like that these cars can hold on.
Yeah, I feel like where it takes me back to Irwindale when Baumler, flipped into the catch fence or whatever it was. Oh goodness! All right, so Pendel holds his position out front. So Blake Hoppy seemed to get a decent start, and then Pendel started to pull away from him a little bit. So we'll kind of see.
Yeah, like I said, I really think that's just going to be a tire game because I know Blake. We both know Blake, I should say. He's very, very good at saving tires.
Yeah.
He is very calm under pressure, especially early on in a run. He's good at pressuring, though. So if he can pressure Pendel into making a little bit of a mistake or just burning up those tires a little bit too much, within 20, maybe 30 laps, he's going to pounce on him. And that field behind him, if they're smart, they're going to follow Blake.
Yeah, and this was one of last season, one of Blake's second places. I know he had a couple of them. I think he had at least 3. I know there was at least this in Fontana. But he's obviously very skilled at this track. I think he kind of thinks of himself maybe as the favorite in this field since there's no Jacob Bradley. But yeah, I think Sean Johnson, he's got a lot of confidence. He knows that he can run with the 5K iRating guys on this track. Um, so we'll just have to see. Yeah, like you said, we just gotta watch it play out and kind of enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I think that he's going to have a really, really good shot here, especially if he, stays in that catbird seat right behind the leader, because he has the power to make the leader run harder than he wants to, unless the leader just pulls over for him. So right now, I'd say this race is in Blake's hands, especially with the experience in this league, because we all know that Blake's ran a full season at ARCA. He's ran a couple truck races and ARCA races this season as well. Run a lot of late models and a lot of dirt stuff, so he's really familiar with these guys and how they work, and a lot of people are familiar with him, good and bad. So he has this race pretty in control right now, I would say. If I were him, I'd be very, very confident right now, especially with the guys that are behind me, the way they are, like Stoner and Johnson. I can trust them, so I'd be very, very confident right now if I were Blake, and if I was a leader of Chris Pendel, I'd be a little bit worried in all honesty.
Yeah, we'll have to see how he times the jump. Obviously Pendel and him I think are in the same chat, right? So yeah, they are. So I think they might be working together right now, and then as time goes on, they'll the gloves might come off a little bit. So
100%. I know how those chats work, and Blake and I in the late models definitely talk a lot.
All right, here we go.
We really communicate, and we are green. A good start for Blake. He's still going to be there, just barely enough of the spotter to probably say car inside, but he's going to let him go going into turn 1. Pendel with a really nice line, going to get that car a little bit upset, just so he can drive it to the top while keeping the wheels straight, keeping those tires as straight as possible, burning up those rears instead of the fronts. A good exit for Blake, though. He's going to stay right next to that wall, and it's not even going to phase him. Less than just about 1 car length behind. Pendel dives it in deep. And that's where that right front's going to come into play. If he keeps on doing that every single lap, give it about 10 laps of green flag racing, and Pendel is going to be swallowed up by that 23. Mark my word.
Yeah, I'm looking at Warnecki's progress in the back. He's already up to 14th, so he's starting to pick his way through. He's got Dylan Johnson, the rookie, right in front of him. So we'll see if he can. It looks like he's about to make this pass into turn 3. Not
yeah, he's
quite.
looking at him right now. No, he's going to save it. He's going to drift up the track a little bit. I don't think he's trying to push the envelope too bad right now, especially this early into a long race.
Yeah, it's one of those things that he might have to start thinking about an alternate pit strategy. If everyone dives in, maybe he goes out for a little track position and hopes for another caution or something like that. I don't know. I guess there's a...
It's definitely possible, but at the same time, too, I do think that he can make up a lot of time on his own, and I feel like with his lack of confidence, I feel like he's just going to stay on the same track as everybody else and just try to work his way up wherever he can. He knows he has a throwout race. I don't think he's had a really bad race yet. I mean, I know he's had like a couple 7th places and whatnot, but I think all of our ARCA guys are going to have that. Oh, somebody hit the wall right in front of him.
Yeah, this is 70 and Nicholas Moffitt. Yeah.
Yeah, 70 and Moffitt in the fence, and he's going to get passed by 2 cars. And that's not what you want to see, because that's just 2 cars that you're going to have to make up on later in a run or burn your tires off trying to get to them. Looks like there's a little bit of a gap, though, between Alan Wernicke, between Dylan Johnson and Anthony Cangelosi. There's a little bit of a gap there.
So Dylan Johnson and Alan are both up 9 and 7 spots, respectively. Oh, we got someone going slow here. It looks like Daniel Morris Jr. in that Days of Thunder 48. He got just passed by DeTalent, and it looks like Seraph is about to jump on him as well.
Seraph trying to make a move on him.
Oh, DeTalent.
DeTalent in the fence.
Yep. Oh, he's
nice save coming
sideways. Off. He's already feeling it.
Save, though.
That turn 2 is so tricky.
Yeah, those tires are going to be burnt up a little bit, so his car is going to be pretty loose if you want to watch him. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, you can see it.
He's wheeling that thing.
Oh, he got turned!
He overcorrected it. No, that was on Tyler.
Okay, that was on him. Okay, I just went to the end car and saw him 90 degrees in the wall.
Tyler just completely overcorrected it.
Oh, he's in the wall still. Oh, you Tyler DeTalent fans.
In shambles.
Yeah, hold on, it's not over yet. Oh my goodness, Tyler, hang on to it, buddy.
Keep it up there, keep it up there, keep it up there.
Yeah, he's
gonna stay out too.
Yeah, Dade.
He's not gonna be able to clear him. He's gonna stay out. See, that's exactly what I said. Is those rear tires are going to be a little bit hot, and he's going to be sliding it in the corner. So that's exactly what happened there.
Move back out here. Check on the front. So
Yep.
Hoppy's actually under a little bit of pressure from Sean Johnson.
Well, we're going to see something right here. Blake is either going to let him go if he gets a run on him and just make it super, super easy on Sean, or he's going to fight him a little bit. But that gap now shrunk just a tad. I'm telling you, Blake is going to be there in about 10 laps. Blake and Sean, it seems like.
Yeah, I don't know if Pendel was just running qualifying laps. I mean, I'm watching the gap. It's been about 0.4 of a second. We'll have to check it in a couple of laps here. Is there anything else going on further back?
If you just watch how deep Christopher pushes it into 3 and 4, you can tell that right front is going to be under a lot of pressure in comparison. And Blake's on the outside getting a better run, trying to save that tire a little bit. It's going to come down to 3.92.
Oh yeah, you can hear the right front just barking as Pendel goes into 3. Yeah,
Pendel's cutting it off on exit 2 a little bit.
Or maybe, yeah, that was 2. Sorry. Yeah, I can. And that was one of the things that I was able to pick out with the onboards at Nashville is the guys driving harder. You can actually hear the tires from the in-car.
Yeah, it's super, super interesting to listen to, especially on the broadcast, trying to see who has the louder tire screech, which is obviously not what you want. We got a battle, though. Looks like for 5th right now. Michael Gudger trying to hold off against Samuel Stoner with Kevin Baumler and Peter Stewart right behind them. Some high-caliber drivers.
Yeah, all truck veterans.
Kevin to the inside. Kevin to the inside. He's not going to clear him coming off the corner, but he's going to pinch him a little bit. Sam touches the wall just a tad. Kevin is not going to be clear, but he's going to be clear going into 1. Sam's going to have to give up that spot. He's going to have to concede just because of the line that they all take. But that was a nice little pass there by Kevin. Nice setup, nice pass, nice execution. Oh, Gudger into the wall.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at how Sam has dropped back. I expected him to be up there with Sean and Blake, but...
Yeah, here comes Blake right now, though. He dropped that gap back down to the 3/10 range. It's going to be a little bit closer, it looks like, this time around. No, a little bit further. But he's right there, man.
Yeah.
He looks a little closer than he was. But Sean Johnson kind of fell off the cliff a little bit. Michael Gudger coming through the field, though. I think he's up, 2, maybe 3 spots?
Yeah, he's up 2 spots. And you know who is up 10 spots? Up to a top 10 already is Alan Warnecki. Here he comes.
I told you, dude. He's going to be marching his way through the field right now. He's already has his sights set on Anthony Cangelosi. He got around that 1 car of Dylan Johnson. Joe Rapp having a pretty solid run, too, up into 12th.
Yeah, a lot. You know what? Cangelosi, and I meant to give him props, I think, in an earlier broadcast, but what a turnaround from a season ago. I mean, he has just been
extremely impressed.
He's sitting here running in top 10 and just holding his own. He's got the speed. I mean, battling with the current points leader, I think he would sign up for that any day. So Anthony, if you're out there, and let's give him big props for jumping into the booth at the last minute this past week and doing just an amazing job covering the race at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So Anthony, did a good job, man. We're proud of you, and keep up the good run.
Yeah, man. Thank you for hopping in here. He's definitely impressed me, though, this last season. It seemed like he was making a nice turnaround, too, especially I noticed it during the Daytona 500 that we had. Driving with him, I could tell that something clicked, and he was a lot better. And I was very impressed, and that impression is still coming through.
And this is not an easy track. It's at all.
No, this is one of the biggest talent-based tracks, I'd say, in the service right now.
Whoa,
if you can win here.
Hoppy, close the gap. Yeah.
The wall. Pendel touched the wall a little bit.
Touched the wall. Here he goes.
Yeah,
Blake's on the attack.
What's he going to do here? I think he's going to let him live going into turn 3 and 4. Yep, he let him live. But you can see just how deep that 94 drives it, and then watch the exit shrink up just a touch for Blake Hoppy. Just a little bit, getting a little bit of draft too, going into 1 and 2. But here's where you're going to really see the difference in speed.
Yeah, Blake gets a
difference
great
in
run.
tires. That is the difference in tires, because they took the same line, but Pendel just pushing his tires a little bit harder than Blake. He's going to come right back to Blake, and Blake's still not even pushing that hard, I can see.
Yeah, we're on board with Pendel looking back at Blake. That's quite a view there.
Yeah, it is for sure. But here comes Sean Johnson back into the mix, down back under a second, and Michael Gudger about 2 seconds off right now.
Yeah, I think if Pendel can hold up Hoppy a little bit, Gudger's going to be right here in about 2 laps.
Great exit for Blake. Fantastic. Pendel's going to cover that inside. He's just pressuring him now. Blake is just playing with him right now. It looks like he's not really trying to make a real move. He's going to get close to that wall. He's going to cut down the track. Blake is going to have a tremendous exit.
Yeah.
He cut the track a little bit down to the bottom. He's going to pull him in down that front straightaway. Going to be right on his rear bumper, leaving 2 if he can keep it out of the fence. I think Blake's going to make this pass going to 3 and 4, or at least get side by side with him. Because here he comes. Great exit for Blake. Here he goes. He's going to make the move.
Yeah, up here we go. Yep, there it is. Pendel's letting him go. Yep.
It's like I know a thing or two about these cars.
Not even worth it.
No, not at all.
He's thinking points.
He's also thinking long run too, because if this race plays out the way it is right now, knock on wood, they're going to be getting tires in, I think, around 30 laps, maybe 40 laps. So he's going to want to keep him as conserved as long as possible, try to stay in this fight, because if it goes anything like Nashville, oh, he touches the wall pretty hard. That's some hard contact.
This is Pendel or Sean?
That was Pendel.
That was Pendel,
He hit the wall
okay.
coming out too.
So that's now twice he's been in the wall. I don't know if we can get a good... His right side looks okay at this point.
Yeah, he hit it pretty square, thankfully. But we got a taker down pit road right now. We got Abraham Kalufa, it looks like.
Or Nathan.
No, Nathan Gentry coming down pit road right now.
Okay.
An early stop here, but Warnecki's going to get around Anthony Cangelosi right now, and that is going to close out our top 10 is Anthony Cangelosi. Oh, we have a car dragging the wall. Joe Rapp right behind them. I heard him dragging that fence.
Yeah, he continues
Dylan
on.
Johnson getting ready to take a whiff at Mr. Joe Rapp. I don't think he has enough speed, though, but we got a nice battle back here, too. Dave Grajewski and Corey Harville pretty close to each other right now.
Yeah, Corey Harville's had a couple of really solid runs. I think he's one of those guys that just... I think he can just drive really consistent, try and stay out of trouble. Obviously, he got caught up in that earlier wreck, but yeah, do not be surprised if he finishes this race in the top 10. And Tyler DeTalent, mangled car and all.
Making the move.
Making the move. I
Oh,
think Dade's in the wall.
Yeah, he drove Dade a little bit high there. I think he was clear either way, though. Dade just couldn't really see the wall. Kind of forced that issue, though. A little bit of a Ross Chastain move, but it was a clean one, at least.
This has to be a meme now with Tyler DeTalent driving a mangled car around Darlington. This has happened now two seasons in a row.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the only time, too. We know Tyler DeTalent's a wheelman. He does not care at all. He will drive a broken car as far up as he can. 3 wheels, 4 wheels, 2 wheels, no wheels.
Harville. I just was talking about Harville, and he eats the wall. Sparking pretty bad.
3 wide going to the 3. Tyler's going to clear the outside car.
Dade's looking for it, too.
With the advantage.
Oh, they're going to tap. Nope.
Oh, almost.
Okay.
Oh, here comes Tyler, though, with a big exit on the 70 of Nicholas Moffitt.
And
He's looking. The spot is going to stay there. He's there.
Tyler DeTalent.
Can Tyler
Oh, 70 in the wall. Pretty bad.
Moffitt into the fence. Man, Blake Hoppy already extended that lead big time. He already pushed it open to 0.9 of a second. It was a second last time around, so it looks like Chris is finding a little bit more speed, but even then, almost a second gap already. Sean is 2.8 seconds off the pace now. Cavan around Michael Gudger.
Moffitt has big problems. He was really slow. He was driving on the apron. I don't know if he's going to pit this time around.
I would imagine so, but look at Alan Wernicke up to 8th right now.
That's plus 12. I tell you, if there's another caution, he's in good shape.
Let's take a look at these top 4, though, in our points. So we have Christopher Pendel leading the pack right now. If it finished like this, he would re-inherit the points lead, who I think he had it up until last week, but he should be getting it back this week if he can hold on. Kevin Baumler, though, he should be able to pass Wernicke, though, if he's able to hold on to this spot right here. Wernicke, as we talked about, in 8th, having a very solid run. I expect him to get at least 1 or 2 more spots, though. And then we have Tyler DeTalent, who had a rough start to this race, obviously, as we saw. But I feel like on some new tires and a fasty, he's going to be A-OK.
Yeah, DeTalent's not one of those guys you can count out. I think he'll
Never.
find a way. So
It's
Warnecki,
that
yeah,
energy.
Warnecki's kind of in no man's land right now in eighth, so he's 15 seconds off the top. It's 10 seconds up to the nearest guy. So yeah, is it too early to do a strategy call and pit for tires right now? I mean, I don't know the fuel numbers here. I'd assume that this is a two-stop race for the ARCA guys.
It should be about a two-stop race. I'm looking at the fuel right now. It says just off the bat it's 100 laps, but I severely doubt that. I don't even think the tires would last that
Yeah,
long.
with the tires, yeah, you're gonna have to split this up into threes. So maybe lap 40 to 50. I think
Oh,
that's a.
that's right. We got Data around on the back straightaway.
Where's Dade? Oh, he's in the pits. So what happened there? Did he? So he was battling with Harville, uh, Daniel Morris Jr. Oh, there might be contact here. Oh, Daniel Morris Jr. just straight up took him out. I don't think he meant to. I think he just got loose off of two and Dade ate the inside wall there. Unfortunate for him.
Yeah, that's frustrating for Dad. I know he's had a rough couple weeks, but it's kind of just been on and off, whether it's his fault or not. Seems like he's just been
We have a caution. So that
bowling pin.
was for. Let's see if I can see what the caution was for. Andrew Cowell, maybe? Or maybe it was for Dade's crash. I don't know.
It should be.
Okay, maybe that was
Yeah,
it.
because it was called by Jacob Bradley, so I think it was for his crash.
Yeah, it was a full like 3 seconds
Looking
after
at the
Dade's
takers,
crash, though. So yeah, that was probably it. Okay, so this is great news for Mr. Alan Warnecki because he was, way back, and they all come into the pits now. So let's see how this plays out. See who can get ahead here. I'm gonna put lane cam here.
that was a nice little green flag run, though. It was fun to watch the comers and goers a little bit.
Yeah,
So now that Blake has the lead, though, I do feel like it's going to be his race to lose. He's obviously really good here, really good on tires. But he also has Sean Johnson to worry about. If he can get around him, if Sean Johnson can get around him early on, he can make Blake's life difficult.
yeah. I think Sean will hope that he starts on the inside here. So Blake's already away,
And it
and he
looks
beats
like
Pendel.
it looks like the field run too is also going to be about 80 laps or so. So they should be able to go just about to the end if they do
Yeah,
one more stop. If they do
yeah,
one more stop.
yeah. I think they'll
If they
have
can
to.
get like 10, 15 laps in, then they can go to the end.
Yeah. So did anyone stay out? Is the question. I don't
No,
think so.
nobody.
No one.
You
Well,
would be an idiot to stay out in all
okay.
honesty. Let's see.
Yeah, Corey
So
Harville coming in now, but he might have been a lap down.
Blake's lap time right before the caution was a 31.702, whereas his fastest lap in the race was a 30.310. So almost 2 seconds off. You're gonna definitely want to take some tires because you're gonna get eaten alive.
Yeah. So I wonder who got the lucky dog in this one. Do you know?
Mm, As of right now, I don't know. Probably gonna be Nathan Gentry.
Okay.
I am going to run away real quick. I'll
Yeah.
be right back. Let's bring somebody up into the booth though.
Yeah. I guess I'll.
Let's get Sean. Let's get
Sean.
Mr.
Okay.
Sean Johnson.
All right.
I
Let's
got
grab
him.
him. Okay. Thank you.
Sean, you got us up in the booth?
Yellow.
All right. Well, running top 3 right now. I'm going to hand you over to Dustin real quick. And you're having a good run, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Sean, tell us about your race so far. What do you see out there?
Through the run, my car is getting pretty tight. It seems like I'm using the right front more than some of the other cars around me. I forgot to change the brake bias before this race started, so I'm at that default 68%. I've used the in-car to drop it as low as it can go, but that feels like a big mistake on my part.
Yeah, I made that same mistake at Dover. So how pace-wise, do you think you're there with Blake and Pendel, or do you think they have just a little bit on you?
On fresh tires, I have about the same pace as them, but on that last run, it was just they were somehow able to dice it up with one another and still run away from me on tires. It's something I'm usually good at, so I'm hoping I can just figure it out in one of these other runs, but that's where we are right now.
Okay. Well, I know you love Darlington. I know Darlington has been good to you in the past, and hopefully it will be good to you tonight. Stay clean, and we will hopefully get you in here for a podium interview.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Okay, so we're looking at a restart. So Warnecki is up to 7th. I mean, that's just insane. So he's up 14 spots. So he said that he was not feeling too confident in his race pace, but oh my goodness, I think we're going to have to drag him in if we get another caution here. So yeah, front row, Blake Hoppy, Christopher Pendel, and then Sean Johnson there battling his own car, it sounds like right now, more than any of the other drivers on the track, so we'll see how this goes. Green flag is out, and Blake
Blake with a
Hoppy,
huge jump.
yeah, takes it. Good jump for Sean Johnson, though, so he stays 3rd. Baumler lets him go. Stoner looking for P5 on Gudger. And yeah, Warneck, you look at, I mean, he's going to blow past Stoner here in a second. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, he's got to hang. Oh, he backs. Oh,
Oh!
Someone slid. Joe Rapp. He saves it.
A fantastic save.
So he hangs on. Oh, I heard some screeching in the back. Oh, looks like Daniel Morris Jr. He must have had some little slip there. Peter Stewart fell way back. Peter Stewart, I thought, was top 5. But
He was. I don't
he's
know
now
what
back in
happened.
15th. Yeah.
Oh, Pendel got super loose coming off of 2. Almost lost it. Sean Johnson to his outside.
Oh, there he goes. He's got it. So Sean takes over
and
that second
Pendel's
spot.
gonna concede. Pendel's gonna concede. He knows it's not worth it just yet. He's gonna try and save those tires up a little bit, cool those rear ends off. And here comes Baumler too.
Yeah, so Warnecki now about a second behind Pendel, and they started at opposite ends of the grid. So Blake Hoppy looking real good right now. Sean, I think, so Sean mentioned during the radio interview that he did not properly adjust his brake bias before the race. So it was left to the default 68, so he turned it down as much as he could. But I think he's probably not having a very, very good time. Although, I don't know. I like it.
No, not at all.
I like
in
a tight car, but
no, I hate to break it to him, but that is honestly a race losing mistake. But
yeah.
these guys and how good they are, if you don't run your brake bias at exactly what you need it to be to save your tire, you're screwed. Because this track burns so much right front that he's going to be fast like he is right now on high brake bias, because what it's doing is it's putting more grip into the car when you're on the brake, and it's letting the car slide around just a little bit more with the front end and kind of point and go. But you're going to be turning more to compensate for all that. Meanwhile, if you have more rear brake, the rear end's going to be turning a little bit more, burning the rear end. But later on in a run, you're going to save that right front a little bit. So when you do need to rely on that right front, you're going to be able to pull away from those guys who have burnt the right front and have no right front grip. So if you're looking like 5-10 laps, he's going to start falling off again, just like he was last run.
Yeah, and I mean, he's trying to pull up on Blake, but
That's what I'm saying, though, is he's fast for now. He knows he needs to
he's
get
going for the lead. Sean Johnson. Oh, Blake hits the wall a little bit. They are side by side through 2. Blake lets him go.
Blake is going to concede. So watch this, though. Blake is going to be just hounding him, just hanging on his rear end for a little bit, and then Sean is going to fall off. Like I said, that's a race-losing mistake. And I know Sean's good. I know he's a solid driver, especially at this track, but he's even going to admit, too, that's a bad mistake. That is something that you don't want to do, because I know these cars, and they do not like right fronts. So the least you could do on it, the better you're going to be in the long run.
We'll see how long you can hold that spot, but you know, Blake is probably thinking the exact same thing. He said, I'm just going to do exactly what I did that last run. Just let the guy in front of me go for it. Now, the thing that Blake, I don't know if he would be...
Oh, no. Another one.
Yeah,
and this is
Peter
exactly what
Stewart,
Sean wants to see.
Oh, no. Oh, looks like the 1 is in the wall. Peter Stewart has nowhere to go.
Yeah,
oh, the
Dylan Johnson
1 took... Oh, no, it took Peter Stewart out. Stewart goes...
Oh, no, Peter. That's pain.
All right,
pain.
I don't know if we want to drag him into the booth and ask him what happened, but we'll probably let him go.
We know dang well what happened. But you know who we can bring in is Mr. Blake Hoppy.
All right, let's bring Blake Hoppy in.
All right, let me try and maneuver him over here. Come on. All right, Blake, you got us up in the booth?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Not too much. Well, it looked like you were pretty strong in that long run. That's really what we expected out of you, is to be one of the best cars on that long run with how good you are with tires. You got the lead taken from you by Sean Johnson. How worried are you about that?
Um, I guess if we can get a long run, not too worried. I think I just kind of screwed up out of 3, and he got the jump, and I didn't want to fight him in 1 and 2 because it's just too narrow and too early for that. So I kind of just let him go. But we'll get back digging here. Hopefully, we'll get a long green flag run.
100%. So it also seems like you and the boys are communicating pretty well in the Evil Empire chat. Seems like you guys are letting people go whenever they're faster and vice versa, and kind of communicating on the start. So that teamwork, I think, is going to come into play. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you don't never know how much the tires are going to weigh here, so you always want to just kind of be cautious almost and just play the tires in a sense. So us communicating and helping each other a little bit, I think, is saving everybody on the team a little bit of tire here and there. So heading in the right direction, I think.
Good. Well, not to give too much information, but Sean definitely made a mistake with his brake bias. So with that, how were your tires that first run?
I felt like I was okay. Chris was pretty fast there still on the long run, but I feel like he burnt his right front up. So I think if I can just get a run longer than 20, 30 laps, I think I'll be fine. I think I can go up there, and I don't know if Sean will be in front of me or not, but we'll go battle him.
All right, man. Well, we'll put you back with the boys, and thank you for joining us, and good luck the rest of the race. We'll see if we can talk to you near the end.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have fun.
We will indeed. So some good insight by him. I mean, him and I have communicated so much. Like, I can almost read his mind, it feels like, and I'm sure he could read mine. So that's funny to think.
Yeah, I think he kind of knows what's going on with both of the drivers around him. So, I mean, you had called it in that first run. You said 10 laps, this is what he's going to do, and I think that pretty much happened as you had expected. So, I think, yeah, I mean, I think he's got to be the favorite. I'm curious to see what Warnecki. I mean, Warnecki's up so far, but obviously as you get into that top 10, each position gets harder and harder and harder to get. So I don't think it'll be a surprise for him to be in the top 5 at the end, but these top 3 are really quick. It doesn't seem. I expected Baumler and Stoner, really. Gudger not so much, but I mean.
Yeah, me neither.
He's doing great.
I knew Baumler was gonna be quick, but man, Michael Gudger's a good surprise, man. But once you get inside that top 5 for Alan Warnecki, then it's gonna be crunch time, because these cars are gonna be so hard to pass, because like you said, they're fast. And it's difficult to pass somebody the same speed as you. Even if like you're a touch faster than them, it is going to be extremely difficult to get around them, especially here at this track. You're going to have to set them up perfectly and work them for a couple laps. Meanwhile, the car in front of him is going to extend his lead a little bit further. So it's just going to be a difficult battle all the way through the field. It's going to be uphill now for Warnecki.
Yeah. So when it looked further down in the top 10 here, so Tyler DeTalent still with a damaged race car. So I'm guessing maybe well, I don't know when the last time he pitted. He pitted on lap 35, but maybe he got a little bit of damage repair, so it doesn't look like he has used his Fasty.
No, hold on. Because it looks like it for me that he used his Fasty. Let me take a look at his car real quick. Let me go into chase view for him. Let me get that drone cam. Oh, no, you're right. that right rear's mushed up a little bit. It's giving me that half smirk.
It's better than it was.
Yeah, so he must have just taken a couple optionals. And it looks like he's still up there.
Yeah, I mean, he's in 7th, right? Which is incredible, yeah.
Yeah, he's running 8th right now, it seems, and then Warnecki is inside running 7th. But get ready to take the green flag, and it is going to be Sean Johnson taken to the green. Sean with a huge jump.
Yeah, he got
fantastic restart.
Yeah, obviously Blake and
Chris.
Chris.
Like I said, with the high brake bias, he wants to see more cautions like that, because if this race can run down, and he has that benefit, if he can get at least like a 10-lap green flag run before his next tire set, he'll be okay. Near the end of the race, if he's able to hold on and have like 15, maybe 20 laps, he may be able to hold on with a fierce battle, but he could possibly do it with this high brake bias.
I cannot believe that Sam Stoner just got passed by DeTalent with a mangled race car, and now he's fighting Cangelosi for 8th spot. I don't know if maybe he's in tire trouble.
It could be for Stoner. You know what, actually? I will say this. Stoner has become very, very good at saving tires, and he is A-okay going to the back of the pack if it means
Yeah,
saving.
yeah.
He will do the same thing in late models, and I'll see him coming with a head of steam. Like, he'll gain tenths on me a lap, just because he's been saving up his tires so well, and I've been having to fight. I'll see his name to start coming up through the field, so expect that out of him, especially if we get a... Oh, Big
Yeah,
Rick!
Big Rat.
Somebody is
Joe
dead.
Rapp.
Rest in peace.
Oh my goodness.
Joe Rapp has just hit the inside wall so hard. Oh, he did it himself, too. He came across the nose of the 69 and just killed that car. Nobody else touched him, though, except for... Was that Moffitt, it looked like?
No, he did.
Yeah, Moffitt. He scraped the wall.
Yeah, Cangelosi kind of helped him at the end of it, but
Well, I mean, there was really nowhere Cangelosi could have
Yeah.
gone. He can't see him doing that,
Right.
so that was all on Joe Rapp. He was going to hit that inside wall either way with
wow,
that
good
trajectory.
job for everybody to dodge him.
Even Cangelosi, too, because I think he touched the brake just enough to spit him off the front end instead of collecting himself.
Okay, we got to bring Warnecki in.
All right, let's do it. You're tired of waiting.
I'm tired of waiting.
All right, let me wait for my computer screen to actually work.
Yeah, I just learned about the right-click the person and move them. I was trying to physically drag them into the broadcast, and that just doesn't work very well.
Well, that's exactly what I did, but I dragged him all the way here.
Right click
Warnecki.
is the way to go.
Alan Warnecki, you got us up here?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, man. Well, you said that you just don't feel confident with the car. You don't feel very fast, so you started at the back. Man, you're all the way up to 6th right now, it looks like. Tell us what's been going on. What changed in you?
I'm just as slow as I practice. just staying out of trouble and trying to save some tires, so it's easier to hang on to.
All right, man. Well, you're doing a great job with that, working your way up through the field. So, you still say you're not very confident with the car. Where do you expect to end up? Like, what was going to be a satisfying run for you?
Between 6th and 9th.
All right. And you have your championship contenders right in front of you. You got Pindell, you got Cavan, and then you got Tyler right behind you. Are you worried about racing them right now or just racing the track?
No, I'll just race the track. We got a couple tracks at the end that I'm better at than here. Road course will be an issue, so we'll see where it shakes out after that.
All right. Well, I like that championship mindset, man. I really, really like that, actually. Just saying, you know what? They can beat me for now, but I got to come back later. I got some good track coming up. That's a very, very mature, very possible championship move right there, man.
Yeah, we just gotta put this thing back in the trailer in one piece, and if I take the fast repair with me, even better.
Yeah, man. Well, you're doing a great job, and we're praising you up here in the booth because it's been fantastic to see you come through that field just a little bit. And I know you're not confident, but I'm sure we're gonna see you maybe go up a couple more spots here throughout the rest of the race, man.
Maybe if they start getting racing and banging around, I'll pass a couple of guys, but I ain't gonna do it on pure speed, I don't think.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna put you back to your boys there. You're going to Dumpster Fire, right?
Correct.
All right, man. Well, have a good rest of your race. Hopefully, we'll see you later on.
Thanks, guys.
Very humble, I should say.
I was gonna say he sounds not confident at all for a man who's up 14 positions in this race.
This man is humble.
Yeah. I just want to bring it home in one piece. We'll see him fighting up here at the win before too long. Okay, so
I definitely agree with that.
yeah, I'm just looking through the field here. So Nick Seraph, he's doing pretty good. He's found himself into a top 10. I guess I can't remember if he was involved in that accident earlier with the 43 and Abraham, but he's kind of made his way up. Harville's doing okay now, so a lot of these guys.
Nick's been up here the whole time, actually.
Yeah.
He's been doing pretty solid. I mean,
Yeah.
he's always been pretty decent with these ARCA cars, it seems like.
Yeah.
I know he came from 32nd to finish 8th at Auto Club earlier. No, it was last season.
Oh, that's
Man,
right.
Time's
That's
getting
right.
away from me.
I know. Yeah, it feels like 2 years ago at this point.
Right.
Peter Stewart kind of back there too. I expected maybe he's just having some issues with the race.
Well, he also got wrecked.
He got
was also
wrecked, yeah.
involved in that wreck.
So I don't know if he used the fasty or it looks like the car's still damaged maybe a little bit. So I don't know if he's maybe holding it for later.
No, you know what this guy's doing? He wants a challenge. He wants to come through
yeah.
that field like NASCAR heat style.
Yeah, with the see what you can do with your car split in half.
Yeah, sometimes it'd be like that, man.
All right.
Well, they're getting lined up right now. Sean Johnson to the
Yeah,
inside.
yeah. So Gudger, I'm looking at Gudger's car. It looks like he has some right front damage.
That does not surprise me at all, man. He was touching that wall left and right,
Yeah, him and
but he's still pretty quick, man.
yeah. No, I don't doubt. Yeah, it surprised me that he had that. So obviously maybe that was between the last pit stop and this one.
All right, we're getting ready to go green here, though. Sean Johnson kind of flexing his might here against the 23, the inverted number. And green flag drops. Sean Johnson with a huge start once again. Michael Gudger with a fantastic start. Pendel caught a little bit sleeping right there. They're going to go side by side, third and fourth. And Pendel is going to get a little bit loose below that line, kind of drift up the track a little bit. And look who it is. Warnecki coming to the outside.
Warnecki slides. Oh, he backs off. Wonder if he's damaged.
Yeah, he had to. He had to. He got sucked into that wall, and they were going to be at the quarter panel, I think, going into that corner.
I know he did not want to battle Pendel at this point in the race. I think he probably tried to back off as much as he could. And then
yeah, like he said, he wants to keep it in one piece, man. So very smart move. He's going to get him here. But look at who it is. It is Pendel. It is Warnecki and Baumler. 4, 5, and 6. The championship contenders. And look who's right behind Stoner. Tyler DeTalent. This is why. This is why these guys are 1, 2, 3, 4 in the points right now.
Oh, it's
Not
great to watch.
Order, but still, 1, 2, 3, 4. They can be there in any order.
Yeah,
Pendel, a little bit of a snap coming out of 4.
Pendel and Warnecki spent the entire race at Nashville nose to tail. Or no, it was Chicagoland, sorry. Warnecki was out in front at Nashville.
And Kevin spent nose to tail with Allen at Nashville. So,
oh, big bobble for Warnecki.
Catch. That was a fantastic catch, though, by Warnecki there.
It was a pants soiler for him. So he's hanging on to Pendel. I mean, I don't know if Pendel's trying to push a little bit harder at this point, but he's right there. Oh, we got Stoner trying to make a move on Baumler there. Yeah, Stoner, maybe he's just waiting for the long green flag run here. I mean, he's already lost 2.5 seconds to the leader. Because he's running basically the same times as DeTalent at this point. Oh, yeah, Tyler DeTalent fans out there. He's hanging strong in 8th. Oh, Blake Hoppy, is he in the wall?
No, Blake is in the fence. Let's see how bad he nailed it, though. So I'm watching right now. He just slides up. He gets a Darlington stripe. That rear end gets caught, and these cars are so hard to pull out of the wall. He lost all of his momentum. He dropped down to 102 miles per hour, where the exit speed's probably like 130. So this man is getting passed like a bad driver in California.
Well, he's got, I mean, DeTalent's making, I think he's probably in the chat with DeTalent. But he'll have to see maybe how damaged that car. I know he probably does not want to use a fast repair at this point in the race because he knows he's probably the fastest guy on the track.
You're up to second, though. Hold on. Michael Gudger's up to second. And look at that 1-2. Sean Johnson and Michael Gudger. What a top 2.
I love it. Vintage Racing flexing their muscle here at Darlington in the middle stages of the race.
Well, that is something that Sean needed to see because we all knew Blake was going to be one of the cars to beat, if not the car to beat tonight, especially with Bradley not making it. Everyone knew that 23 car was going to be hard to beat, and if he made a mistake like that, this is wide open for the boys here. Less than 100 laps to go, obviously. We got, I think it's 70 laps to go. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how this race plays out now. This thing is blown wide open with Warnecki up into 4th now.
Yeah. The race is by no means over. I think Blake has now just have to adjust his strategy. So this might be something where maybe Blake knows he has so much pace in hand, so I don't know if he will try a short pit, assuming we go green for like 30 laps.
It's not a bad idea, man.
Because you can make so much time up. It's just a matter of holding it once you're there. If the whole race stays green, it's a good
idea.
Yeah.
Oh!
Whoa,
Michael Gudger, a huge save. The 94 gave him a little bit of a tap. That was like a fantastic save. That is a fantastic save by Michael Gudger.
And this is all great news for Sean Johnson, who continues to lead this race.
Yeah, that's exactly what Sean needed to see. Like I said, is if he has that advantage, especially over Blake right now, who's going to have to do some minor adjustments on that strategy, this could be Sean's race to lose. This would be such a huge win throughout the league. And I know, like you said, it's still a little bit early. We got 70 laps or so to go. I don't know, man.
It's hard to call it, right? Yeah, I mean, Pendel is led, Sean Johnson is led, and Hoppy has led a lot of this race.
This track last season too produced some really, really good racing all the way around. This track is just fantastic in this league. Knock on wood that it stays this way, but it's been such a fun race to watch. You still don't know what's going to happen. Blake still has a shot, like you said. Heck, even Tyler DeTalent has a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, people like Peter Stewart has a shot. People way down the list has a shot, and I'm on the edge of my seat right now because like we gotta move. Oh, we gotta move.
Pendel goes for Gudger.
Too.
No, don't turn. Okay. Whew, I thought Gudger was going to turn him.
He was not clear, but he cleared himself.
He did it anyway.
Yeah, Michael over the intercom said, yeah, I let you live on that one. But any more battles like that, Sean just gets a bigger smile on his face, man, because if we can run green like this, I can see Blake Hoppy lurking, though, down the back straightaway. If he can get around those guys and on one more pit stop, get through the field a little bit, dude, this is going to be a fantastic finish. Like, could be even like auto club level finish.
Yeah, he's already started to pull that gap up. It was 3.1 seconds. It's already down to 2.6 now. That's from Hoppy to the leader. So he's...
Yep, and that's exactly what's going to happen right now because look at Pendel. He's gaining on Sean Johnson right now. Sean with that really high brake bias is not helping him out right now, but those rear tires are going to be...
Yeah, he's going to let him go right here. He's not even going to fight.
No,
is he? Oh, yeah, okay.
You cannot let him go. Sean knows it too. Sean is fighting hard. He's gonna try to cut to the inside.
He's gonna tap him.
Here it comes,
Michael Gudger. He's going for the lead.
On my side, going to the one.
Oh, Pendel on the wall, Gudger. Oh no, they crashed.
No, stay alive, baby. The one.
Oh my goodness, Gudger holds onto it. It's Sam Stoner in the back. He's coming.
Warnecki getting ready to pass Sam Stoner.
Oh,
came from, but like we said, he's gonna save the tires too.
Sean's holding it on the outside of 4.
Yeah,
Wow.
Pinched off the 32. They're gonna single file it out, but Michael Gudger is going to inherit the lead and lead his first laps of the season. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Wow. So our fourth different real leader here. You had Pendel, Blake, Sean Johnson, and now Michael Gudger for Vintage Racing.
And you know who wanted to see that? Blake Hoppy.
Blake Hoppy. I know that gap is now 1.3 seconds. He's coming, man. And I think
an insane battle.
Warnecki is probably waiting to flex some of his muscle. I know he's not. He's got Blake right there. He's gonna let Blake go and maybe let.
Smart move. Just let him go and watch his line. In all honesty.
Yeah.
Warnecki's gonna touch the fence a little bit.
Exactly what he does. Yeah. And so he's got to hold Baumler off.
Baumler behind him.
Yeah, so you have the top 7 within 2 seconds of each other here. 70 laps in. Oh, you know, if I was
lurking, the damage
Tyler DeTalent. Oh, Warnecki. I figured he was going to battle Baumler a little bit here. Yeah, wow. So he gets a better run.
Making a move.
He's thinking points. He's thinking points.
Sam Stoner is going to have a good run through 1 and 2 right here. It looks like he's going to get a really, really good exit, I think.
Pendel is right there on Gudger.
Pendel right there on Gudger. He's going to look to the inside. No, not yet.
Okay, here he goes. Goes into 3. Oh, Gudger got to hang on. Oh, he's in the wall. He's in the wall. Yeah, you can't run high in turn 3 on bad tires. It just doesn't work.
We're going to see what Pendel can do now, though, because he burnt those tires up a little bit, but obviously so did Michael Gudger. Mr. Blake Hoppy, though, keeping it at a second.
Yep.
He's lurking right now. Up inside the top 5 again. Pendel, he's trying to pull away as much as he can.
Sam Stoner, who you called it. You said Sam's playing the long game, and here he is.
I'm telling you, dude, I know these dudes. They love to get after it, and their styles are very prevalent. It's super fun to watch. Here comes Mr. Stoner, though. He's less than a car length away. He's a nose away. He's going to look to the inside real quick, kind of fake him out, and he's going to get a big run. Going to get a huge run. He's looking to the inside. He's not going to be able to get to Blake Hoppy. Watch this. He's going to cut down low.
Sean
get
has...
to the inside.
Whoa, wow. Blake for 4th.
Yeah, Blake's going to make that move, and he's going to clear him going into 3 and 4. What a move. And here comes Sam. Look at the inside. Not going to get there, though. Blake's going to have a fantastic exit. And there's the caution that they did not want to
Oh,
see.
wow.
Not a lot of them wanted to see, at least.
Dylan Johnson, number 1. He's been in the wall a couple of times tonight. I mean, he's been quick. He was running top 10. Oh, he just gets on the apron, and that's the end of that.
No. What happened?
He just touched the apron coming out of 2.
Fence. No, he got into the fence.
Okay.
Rewind it a little more. He got into the fence
he
really
did. Okay,
heavily.
let's go back here. Yeah, all right.
He hurt that right front, and then, yeah, like you said, after that, just touched the apron.
Oh, yeah,
Car's
going
already
into,
hurting.
that looks like
Killed
1.
that
Yeah,
thing.
clunk. All right.
Well, now this is going to be pretty interesting because
They-
Sean.
they
he's
all
one
got
of the
a pit,
fastest
right?
cars on new tires.
Yeah, here we go. Okay.
Sean is one of the fastest cars on new tires. So if he can get a good stop here, get out maybe in the second place, he's going to have a fight for Pendel. Michael Gudger pretty quick on new tires, it seems, as well. So those two are going to be the short run king right there, I think. And then Blake Hoppy and Christopher Pendel, those two are going to be the long run guys. So depending on how fate plays this race out, this could be a fantastic race, man. This is already a fantastic race as is. This has been super fun to watch.
Yeah, this is already one of the instant classics. I mean, it almost has the feel of a plate race with how much, you can't stay out front because it seems like something happens to you.
Well, if Mr. Sean Johnson watches over these broadcasts again, I'm going to say it. I'm going to eat my words. Darlington every week.
Yeah, I think he would say yeah every week as long as I remember to set the car up correctly. But yeah, I mean, he's still there. I mean, and Gudger still's got that right front damage, so I guess he just he wasn't willing to sacrifice any of that track position to get the optionals done. And I don't know how. I think he probably felt like, hey, if I'm leading or close to it, why even bother? And then maybe if we have a late caution, then he'll use that fasty. But I think all these guys are probably expecting another caution, just with the way that the race is played out.
Yeah, I'd expect at least 1 or 2 more in all honesty, but I think they're going to be out of tires. That's going to be their last set of tires.
Yeah. So it's
and everyone's going to take it too, so it's not just like somebody's going to have an advantage late in the run.
Yeah.
These are going to be the tires that they run it out on, I think. No. They're going to have...
Do they have,
no,
they have 3 in the pits? There's 2 in the pits.
No, they got 2 in the pits, 1 on the
Okay.
car, so they're
man.
out.
See, it's one of those things that, like, if you're not dominant, maybe stay. Well, it looks like did Moffitt stay out? And I don't know if he was, or sorry, the 43.
He's
Cowell.
getting the wave around.
He's getting the wave around. Yeah, so it's one of those things that, like, yeah, maybe like if there's another caution and these guys are, I don't know. And again, maybe a lot of them just weren't feeling the tires. Like they probably couldn't wait to get off of them. But now you have
Well,
a
yeah,
60 lap
they're
run.
They're running almost a second and a half slower per lap on those old tires. You're going to get swallowed up easily because the whole field's going to be on you and you're going to go straight to the rear. You risk getting a lot of damage. You risk wrecking. It's not even worth it. May as well just go get new tires with the rest of them. And now we're going to see who the best tire managers are because they're going to have to go green about lap 80. About 50-something laps on old tires at Darlington.
Yeah.
We're going to see who the real men are.
not enjoyable. Yeah. So so Cowell goes. So yeah, you have Chris Pendel, man, like pole. He's led a lot of laps. I think he would probably like to see the race just be called for rain right now.
Yeah, rain in turn 2.
And then Warnecki was showing a little bit of aggression there with Baumler, so I think he is getting a little more confident. I think if the opportunity presents itself for him to get himself up to Pendel and past him, I think he'll probably take it. But yeah, I think he's probably smart enough to not fight any of the bushwhackers. I mean, Gudger's for the ARCA points now, but I think he's probably out of the running for the championship. He is, he's 19th, so he's not going anywhere in terms of the championship. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea what's
honestly,
going to happen. That's what makes it so awesome.
This is his 3rd season, so obviously he's going to want to win because he has not had a Backmarkers win just yet.
Yeah,
so he's going to be
obviously this is his best opportunity to date.
100%, unless he has a good run coming up in the bushwhackerless
Yeah,
races.
that's correct. Okay, so Pendel gets a good jump.
Judge is going to be clear going into 1 and 2. It looks like he's going to. Yeah, he's going to try to cut
Oh,
off.
Blake and Sean Johnson.
They made contact. That's a little bit of rough racing right
Oh,
there.
they are not. Oh, Sean's sideways.
Oh,
Wow.
What a save by
Oh,
Blake.
Blake
keeping
is
it
in the
out of
wall
everybody.
again?
Yeah, I mean, he saved it, though, keeping it out of the whole field. He definitely could have killed a lot more people than that.
Yeah,
So
it's
good
now
on Blake for
now that
watching
right
out.
side.
That's unfortunate.
And now he's got it all to do again. I think he's got to gather himself up. I mean, he was smart to, I guess, stay in the wall and not get T-boned, but now he's fighting Cangelosi for 12th.
I mean,
so
like I said, man.
Oh, is he going to fit in the... Okay, so he's okay right now.
Yeah, he's a very, very good driver in the fact that if he hits the wall and like gets a lot like really loose, he really likes to turn it out to the outside wall just to keep everybody alive instead of trying to kill everybody trying to save it. So good on him. Good sportsmanship. He's a little bit rough, or he's a little bit mad right now, and I understand why. I mean, they raced a little bit rough going to that corner, but racing's racing, especially here at Darlington, and those two have had a history, so that doesn't surprise me one bit. But somebody, oh, they're wrecking.
Wow. Okay, Daniel Morris Jr. Is that a caution? Yep, it is. Okay, so
Tyler DeTalent. Look how close he got.
This is kind of a break for Blake Hoppy because if he's got any damage, obviously you can't change your tires, but he's far enough in the back that if I were him, I'd go in and do as many optionals as you can just to try and get the car right because you know you got the speed. I think his right side's banged up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd imagine it was banged up a little bit, so he's probably going to come down pit road, maybe get some right side damage fixed, but even then, I mean, we can see what Tyler DeTalent's doing right now on old tires.
Sam Stoner got real lucky because Daniel Morris Jr. just totally went for it into turn 1 and it didn't work. Yeah, Baumler ends up tagging him, so I don't think anyone's too badly damaged, but yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking. Going so hot into 1 there. I think he maybe was just trying to get inside the roll bar here. So he goes in, so Sam Stoner's just kind of minding his own business, and he goes way up and just collects the 65. 65 miraculously keeps it going straight. And then he gets a shove from DeTalent there.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler really had nowhere to go, but if you look at that second miss, when homies aimed right at his car, look how close that was. Tyler almost got sent to that outside wall. But that damaged car is holding on for dear life, baby.
He's playing with fire. I'm surprised that I'm surprised that a couple of these guys don't go in. Now, like, I guess Blake... I'm looking at the guys who are like a lap down here. So it looks like Daniel Morris Jr. and Nicholas Moffitt are pitting, but they are on the lead lap. And then Andrew Cowell, Dylan Johnson, Nick Seraph. Nick Seraph is off, right? He is now out. Yeah, he is. I believe he's out of this race, and so is Dade.
Yeah, Dade left early after those 2 incidents.
Yeah.
Understandable, but unfortunate.
Yeah. And then so Johnson is now out. So he had just had a rough time, I think, getting in the wall there. Dylan, I hope you had fun, and we hope to see you here for the next one.
Yes, sir. Well, he's in the late models with us, so we can go scream at him there.
Okay, yeah, we were looking forward to getting him in here. And if anyone's watching and you want to race with us, please do. We are still recruiting for the GTCC ARCA series, I believe. Tyler, you can confirm that. I think Trucks is closed for the season, but...
Yes, we're going to be opened up for the ARCA season, and we got some big news in store.
We do have big news in store that you'll let us know about. But for now, yeah, for the next 6 races...
also say that they have one more set. They got one more set left.
Oh, they do? Okay. So, yeah, if you're out there and this looks like fun, please join us. We had 20 cars tonight, 21, which is a good turnout for this series. But yeah, if one or 2 or 5 more would always be welcome. So if you're out there and you want to run with us, please do.
Oh wow, we got a lot of nice messages. First from John DeTalent. He said, "What up, Woody? Another great broadcast. Thank you for that. Damn, that boy can wheel a bad car. Nice driving, son. You are correct and a half, man. Top 5 with a banged up right side. Man's wheeling it, and obviously, I'm a big TD fan. I want to get some big TD shirts, you know."
I don't know how he does it. I'm kind of speechless.
Hey, it's that Tyler magic, man.
It
Him and I,
is.
we got it.
Yeah, it's something in the water in Indiana. So
100%, baby.
yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so
we got
we're
17 live right now too. We got 17 watching right now
yeah.
live.
Thank you
So
all for listening. This has honestly been probably the best race of the season between the series, I would say.
it's been fun to watch.
Daytona was pretty good, and that had obviously some changes, and but to have a race like this, where it's not a plate race, kind of with the coming and going, has been awesome.
Oh, it's been super fun. This track always produces really good racing, especially in iRacing when people do value the racing
Yeah,
over like the crashes and whatnot. It's been really, really fun to watch. A lot of, like you said, comers and goers, a lot of big hitters going to the back of the pack, and a lot of dudes that we didn't really expect to be up inside the lead, like Sean Johnson and Michael Gudger. I mean, those dudes are doing
I
fantastic.
know. And I look at Tyler DeTalent in 6th and Corey Harville right there
Yeah,
behind him. So wow,
he got involved early on too in a wreck,
I
so he's
know.
working his way back up through the field. Look at
Yeah,
Kaloof up in the 12th right now too, playing the long game.
yeah.
His car down into long pit road, coming off of turn 4 right now.
Big
They are
blink
going to be side
for
by side. Yeah, huge blink.
Gudger.
But here we go. Gudger with a
Oh, Pendel gets a great
was.
start.
Yeah, Pendel pulling away by a couple car lengths. It looks like Sean Johnson to the inside of Alan Wernicke. This is something big right here.
Oh, here he goes. They're still
Johnson's
side
gonna
by
give him a
side.
little bit of space this time. He's gonna give him a little bit of space, so a little more than he
Yeah.
gave Blake. But Wernicke
Whoa!
almost to the fence.
God.
Baumler's saving it. Samuel
Stoner
Stoner
goes
saying
for
pass left in the chat. That man is making a move, and he wants him to know.
yeah. I think Warnecki. I mean, he's quick. I think maybe you heard it in his voice. He's just lacking the confidence, maybe on these restarts.
I'm telling you, man, he's just humble. He's acting humble.
So Gudger sets off after Pendel.
Well, we're going to see what this long run can do, hopefully, here. And this is going to be very interesting, especially for Pendel. I think now that he has the lead, we know that he has some decent long run speed. It's not as good as Blake Hoppy's, it didn't seem like, but if he can hold off Michael Gudger, he's going to be in a good position.
Blake Hoppy's 4 seconds off of him now, though. So, I mean, he's got to hope for a caution or...
Yeah, definitely. It's unfortunate that it happened like that, but I think that they're gonna probably get one more caution, be able to stop, go get some fresh tires on that thing. Maybe Blake's gonna pull a strap move here. I don't know, man. This race is still wide open to anybody.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I would say no one's probably gonna pit before lap maybe 105, right? Because you'll probably want a nice 30 lap run on those tires.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because the last time they pitted was on lap 75.
And it looks like Michael Gudger's reeling him in just a little bit.
Yeah, that gap went down from 0.6 to 0.3. Sean Johnson falling into the clutches of Warnecki.
And look who's making a move now for 4th. Oh, wow, that's a big battle right there. Actually, we have Sean Johnson in 3rd, Alan Warnecki and Samuel Stoner within a couple tenths of each other. Those three are nose to tail right now. Down to 3 tenths, though, is the gap between the leader.
Oh, my gosh, he's closing in.
He's closing in quick, too. I wonder how he's going to set up this pass. These two were getting after it, man. I mean, we saw Pendel pick up the rear end of the 64 a couple times, and vice versa.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's one of those things where you just hold on to the position and try not to kill the tires, because obviously you get close to a car, you got dirty air, and then you're running different lines to try and get by, and that's obviously, yeah, he just gets sideways there in the middle of one.
We don't pay these drivers to go ride around.
Yeah, well, I mean, with 50 laps to go, if it was 120, yeah, you're hammering it, but right now,
oh yeah,
I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to do what you just said and kind of relax a little bit.
Tyler DeTalent and Corey Harville. Oh, Corey Harville on the wall. Oh, Talent almost hits him.
Oh.
Tyler DeTalent on the inside going into one, and he's good to Corey Harville on the wall again. And Peter Stewart. Peter Stewart's come from the back to 7th spot.
Peter Stewart. Here comes Kevin Baumler too. Corey looking to the inside for a brief second. Kevin's going to lay down a little bit and kind of wait for another move to settle in here because he looks fast right now, man. Cavan looks quick.
Yeah. Cavan's lost 5 spots from his starting position. Well, Harville's had a tough time these last couple of laps.
And here comes Joe Rapp making a move on him, too, for the top 10. What a move by Joe Rapp. Sends it in there.
Crashed earlier in this race, and he's got that DuPont 07 in a good spot there, right behind your, I think, second place point man. Yeah, third place point man, excuse me. Looking back through, Blake Hoppy has made his way up to 12th, so he's kind of making steady progress here.
Michael Gudger down back to 4/10. Here comes Sean Johnson, too, right behind him, pressuring him. These two are going to have a battle for it, I feel like. These two do not want to give it up. So it's going to be a colossal battle between second and third right now. Pendel loves to see that.
Yeah, and Pendel, I mean, he's not totally stretching the lead out. He's still, they're both still within a second, so it's not out of the reach for them at all. So yeah, because he was kind of driving away there a little bit, but maybe he decided to back off and just not push the issue and kind of wait and see. So yeah, Sean looking like he's driving a little more aggressively than Gudger at this point. But I think he's in a good spot. You know, I know he wants to win this thing, but you can't win it right now. I think try and work with what you got with the car. And I'm surprised he was running such a low line. I don't know if at Darlington especially. Well, that was off of 4. I guess you kind of have to off of 4.
3 and 4, you can run the low line. If you dive it in deep, it's going to burn your right front off. But it's like any other track with this V7 model. The lower you run, unless it is Darlington 1 and 2, the lower you run, the more tire you will save. So 3 and 4, you do want to kind of run that low line if possible, if it's fast for you and you're not burning off that right front. So it's looking like Pendel's doing a solid job with it. Michael Gudger, though, coming down just a little bit with that gap, with Sean pressuring it right behind him, down to 0.6 of a second between Sean and Chris. It's going to update, still at 0.6 of a second.
So Blake Hoppy's made his way around Joe Rapp and Cangelosi, so he's coming. He'll be there at the end of this race. It's just a matter of what kind of shape is this
so sideways off of 2. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Pendel, yeah, Gudger is closer to Pendel now than he's been.
A little bit of a mistake, it looked like. I think he may have gotten either loose or touched the wall or something.
He's real loose off of 4 there.
Yeah, those rear tires are getting burnt. You got to cool those suckers down before they get right on them. So it's down to 0.2 of a second between first and second, 0.5 from first to third. It is a tight battle right here. Within half a second, you got the top 3 under a blanket, and all these guys want to win. Chris going for his second win of the season, especially against the truck guys.
Yeah, I think
that is going to be a big statement if he can get this win.
Yeah, I know Chris was probably a little dejected after Nashville when Allen just kind of stomped all over everybody. I mean, he was there, but he wasn't in contention for a win. So I think he's.
Yeah, he ran top 5 the whole time. Cavan ran second too. I was expecting Cavan to be up inside that top 3, but
yeah,
I don't know what happened with him. I think he's just a little bit off tonight. Maybe a tough track.
Yeah, it's one of those that just it seems to suit some people and others it doesn't. So Pendel obviously, Pendel ran well at Phoenix, won there. So similar maybe type tracks in terms of length and banking and grooves. So maybe this is just his.
I'd say a majority groove for sure, and the style and how you run it. So you're right about that. Banking, definitely not. This track's pretty steep.
Yeah. So I'm trying to look back in the field here, see if everyone's kind of in no man's land here. You got
we have Cavan and Tyler close to each other with Blake Hoppy right behind them.
Yeah.
Blake up inside the top 10, up running in 9th right now.
Let's see if we can go to our blimp cam here. Yeah, so we got.
So as this field extends, it's going to be interesting to see where the tires come into play. See who starts pulling away. See who starts falling back. I think Stoner's going to be working his way towards the front. Probably going to get around Sean Johnson here in about 5, maybe 10 laps if they hold on long enough. But we only have 35 laps to go. It's going to be 34 coming to the line. If they get a late caution here, I bet you a couple of these guys are going to be screaming for that, such as Michael Gudger and Sean Johnson.
Yeah, so we're
the
down.
Short run kings.
Yeah, we're down to 13 cars in the lead lap. So there's only so much that you can lose now.
Interesting line. Really interesting line from Pendel. He's going to drop his whole car below those dotted lines. And we're going to see if it's going to be a benefit or a detriment coming off of turn 2. Michael Gudger looking like he's pulling him in just a little bit. I do wonder if Pendel's doing what I do, though, in all honesty. And that's kind of letting the guy come back to you, get him a little bit of confidence to burn his tires up a little bit more, then start pulling away again, deject him, and then do it again.
Yeah, just try and modulate your lead. Because I guess at this point, you don't really have a lot to gain by building a massive, massive lead. I guess it's still probably early after the pit stop. So he's probably just managing the gap. I mean, it's still coming down. It's 0.3 seconds.
It's coming down quite a bit. But like I said, I wonder if he's just trying to let him get close to try and burn his stuff, make him push.
He adds.
Because if Gudger sees that he's pulling him in, Gudger's gonna start pushing pretty hard, and you can see right there that gap opened back up to 4.71 or 471.
Yeah.
So I think Chris is gonna be back on the gas a little bit here.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch and see if it looks like Gudger maybe is slightly better now. He's yeah, it's about the same there.
He looks pretty good in 1 and 2, but
he didn't gain anything. No, yeah, there you go. Now Gudger slipped way back.
No.
Oh wow, we just talked about it.
That is not what he needed to see.
And Gudger is all over it.
Gudger, that is not what Pendel needed, obviously, for obvious reasons, but to give a little bit of confidence to Michael Gudger, this is something that he needs. He needs this win so badly. Michael Gudger does.
Sam Stoner
he wants it
just
so
passed Sean
bad.
Johnson. This was into turn 1.
Hey, what did I say? 5 laps.
Yeah. Was there any contact there is the question. No. So
5 laps, he's going to be there. Samuel Stoner coming through that field, though.
Sean continues to hold the position over Warnecki. So yeah, I mean, Pendel hit the wall, but it doesn't seem to be slowing him up too much.
No, he's opening up that gap just a touch again. We're going to see if he does it again, though, in 3 and 4, because after you hit the wall once, it's like a magnet. But here comes Stoner. We need to watch that gap. That gap is going to be one of the biggest telltale signs on how this race is going to play out. If he can gain a 10th or so here, Stoner has a great possibility of winning this race.
Yeah, Warnecki sees the weakness. Oh, he's going on the inside. Is he going to go inside here? I don't know.
He thought about it.
Yeah, Sean's trying with everything. I'd have to wonder how he would be doing with the brake bias, but I mean, he's already 2.5 seconds now behind Pendel.
Yep, that long run speed's going to kill him with that brake bias.
Oh wow, they got real close there. I think he's trying.
That
Sean's
pedal
trying to
is
make his car.
intense.
Sean's trying to make that car as wide as possible. He does not want to lose that spot, but I don't think he's going to have a choice here. Yeah, he's going to let Warnecki go.
The gap back down to 1-3-1-1 between Chris and Samuel Stoner. That's going to be the one I'm really watching right now, because I know Michael Gudger, he's struggling a little bit for tires, it looks like. He's either hit or miss. Meanwhile, Sam, I know he's a great tire saver, just like Blake is, but it's going to be fun to watch.
Blake Hoppy here. Blake Hoppy has made his way up to 8th, and he is probably going to make quick work of Peter Stewart here. These guys finished 2nd and 3rd in the ARCA race last season.
Pendel getting so close to that outside wall on the exit of 2. That is a huge move because of the fact that wall will eat you alive. If you hit that wall, you're going to hit it so hard with that right rear. It's going to tank slap. You're going to hit that right front, and it's going to knock your wheels out of alignment. It's going to screw up your car for the rest of the night. And even if you just barely nick it, man, it's going to be like that. So he's pacing with fire here, man.
He's got Gudger right behind him, and Gudger is just not letting him have any sort of breathing room. I mean, the gap there is about 0.7 of a second. But yeah,
Gudger's pushing though.
He's not going to be able to just relax, I think, as much as he had wanted to.
That gap has maintained between Sam and Chris, though. So I think Sam just playing him again, getting ready to get around Michael here, because Michael is falling back just a touch, it seems like.
So there are a couple.
We're gonna see what these gaps are.
There are a couple of moves that just happened. So Blake did get by Peter Stewart for that 7th spot, and then Kevin did get by Sean Johnson. So Sean Johnson, who's leading this race for a while, has now fallen back to 6th with that what we believe is a brake bias issue.
Oh, it's not even what we believe. It's what we know is a brake bias issue. And those right front tires are toasted on his car. Yeah,
so it's one of those things that maybe, now we're now we're 25 to go. If they have another set, well, no, I don't think. I think you would probably go a lap down, right? Like you don't. There's not enough
Yep.
time. Yeah, they have to wait for a caution
They need a caution.
because you would just lose too much.
Correct. So if you do that, if you pit now, and you get lucky and get a caution, and it's right before you go a lap down, then you're gonna have the luck of anybody else in this whole world combined.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't think
It's a
you would
big
be
move.
able to pit and stay on the lead lap. That's the problem. So I think
Yeah, that's
the
a bold
lap's
move if you do.
too short. So they're
Well, that
yeah
gap opening back up between the top three, actually. So 9/10 of a second between Michael Gudger and Chris Pendel. And then Samuel Stoner dropping back to 1.6.
yeah. Blake Hoppy there in 6th spot. So he'll probably overtake Baumler for 5th, but then Warnecki is a little bit further up. So yeah,
Yeah.
this
I mean, don't count Blake out, though. If there is a
no,
caution.
yeah. I'm trying to see if there's any battles going on right now. Let's go to our blimp cam here. So, oh, we
Kalufa
got
coming
someone.
off of pit
Yeah,
road.
Kalufa coming in. Oh, he just came off a pit road. So maybe they'll start to look at him. And I don't know if these tires will get.
You got Sean Johnson and Peter Stewart right now. Peter, you're looking to the inside, getting a decent run off the corner, but Sean just a little bit better on the exit. And right in front of him, we got Blake and Cavan. I think Cavan's going to let Blake go at some point if he gets close enough, but right now, Cavan's holding strong.
They're in the same chat together. So Blake,
Right here, yeah.
Blake's 5 seconds behind. So this is actually a good gap to watch because he is now 4.9, and so there's 20 laps to go. So let's see if he can close. I mean, if he can get down to 2 seconds by the time we get to 10 to go, he might be in good shape.
Yeah, if he can keep those tires safe just enough. That car looks pretty clean still, even with that right side hit. I don't see any scratches on that car.
Yeah, and the
so
good
this
news-
could be a very, very good run for Blake.
What's also interesting is he's got Kalufa right in front of him. Now, Kalufa's on the newest tires of anybody, so Kalufa's going to be blowing past these guys who are who have been out for a while, and so Blake might be able to use him to follow through past some of these guys.
Yeah, if he can stay on his rear bumper like he is right now.
Blake's now
let's get it- oh,
4.6. Oh, Abraham's going to let him go. I'm surprised at that.
That's a good man right there. That's what that is. He's 11 laps down. He has nothing to gain
Yeah,
from
Blake
it.
in the wall. Come on,
It's
man.
all right,
You
just
can
a
do
little
it.
left
You
tap.
can do it.
Yeah, he just pulled out of it pretty quickly. That was just a
Yeah,
little love.
4.8. So he lost. Yeah, he lost some of that momentum. I don't know if that was maybe due to the Kalufa thing.
Well, he did gain that lap just a little bit.
Yeah.
He went from 8.7 to 8.33, I think
Yeah.
it was. So
He gains a.
technically.
Something's going on with Pendel.
Oh, we got P2. We got P2. Stoner to the inside. Gudger's not going to let him have it. 64, 65.
Blake-
Battle of the numbers.
Blake gained a second in that last lap. So I don't know what happened to Pendel there. I'm gonna rewind this a little bit, see if we can see if anything happened to him.
Let's see what they check in at this time by. Yeah, Blake down to 3.8.
Oh.
Gained almost a second there. Half a second, I think it was. I think Pendel just burnt up his tires. Sam Stoner coming up, 1.1
Oh,
back.
Gudger was in the wall. That was Gudger got in the wall, and Sam Stoner got it. Yeah, got past.
You get pass though on Warnecki now. They're side by side going into 3. Warnecki's gonna pinch
Oh,
him.
hold on. Yeah, Blake, you gotta hang on.
Oh, Blake's got it. He's got this easy.
3 point. Oh, gosh.
They didn't touch. They did not
They
touch.
did not. He's okay. He's gonna let him go.
He's
Okay.
gonna give him a no break.
Yeah. Oh, Warnecki in the wall.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's gonna turn down into him. It looked like he had nowhere to go. Blake
Oh
didn't.
goodness.
So
So Blake's still now 4 seconds off.
I promise I'm not playing any bias here. He definitely just had nowhere to go. I would do the same thing if I were Blake. Oh, he's gonna be in the fence though. He's gonna push it too hard. He's gonna pull it out now.
Okay. Yeah. So Blake is.
Blake's probably red hot right now. In all honesty, that's what that was.
Yeah. I mean. He's still.
Gavin's gonna get around Blake.
He's still got a ton of pace in that car, I think, even with all these wall hits. So it's just you gotta, if he can just stay consistent with his runs and not hit the wall, I think he'll be in good shape. Because I think
He's gonna look at a move back towards Cavan.
he's really the only one that I see being able to get close to Pendel. Because Pendel right now has got almost a second and a half on Sam Stoner. So Blake's 5 seconds back now. He's got 15 laps to go.
No, he's only got 1.4. I guess you're a little bit ahead of me.
He's got a Yeah, he's got to go, go now.
Yeah, 5.1, like you said. Man, this is going to be an intense finish, I feel like. We got 15 laps to go on the dot. And Sam Stoner, we're going to
Stoner's
see what
losing
he
a
can
lot
do
of
on
time. He
pace.
must have. I don't know if maybe all these guys have burned up their stuff or what. Yeah, so Blake, yeah, it's still around 5
He's
seconds.
able to pull it out of the fence.
Yeah, let me bring our.
Yeah, these guys are falling off now, except for Blake, who did reel him in just a touch. Not enough, though.
Let's see if I can check our.
You know what
So
these boys need? They need a C word.
They do.
All these boys, except for Christopher Pendel. He's the only one that does not need it right now.
Yeah.
Peter Stewart up inside 6th now. Alan Warnecki fell back a spot. Sean Johnson down into 8th right now. I don't think he's going to be very happy with that. But Joe Rapp up in 9th. Tyler the Talent rounding out the
Tyler
top 10.
Talent. He's always there.
TD,
Yeah.
baby.
So Nick, I see.
4.3. Pendel into the wall. Pendel hard into the wall. He's still there. Pendel hit the wall hard, and he is going to lose a lot of momentum, a lot of speed, and Samuel Stoner's going to get a revitalization here. He's going to see that car in the fence like that, see all the sparks come off, and he's going to find those couple extra tenths here and there, I'm sure. We're going to see how much he lost this time by, especially on Blake Hoppy, who
I was going to say, Blake. Yeah, Blake's now 3.7 seconds. Yeah, we're watching that gap. Pendel cannot afford to make another mistake like that.
Nope. 1.6 is the gap between him and second. Blake down to 3.7, almost a second gain that lap.
Yeah, Blake's coming. So it's a matter of, because he's right over, we'll go ahead to Blake over here and watch him. He's got to get past, he's going to have to dispatch Gudger and Stoner very quick.
He's going to set him up, though, going into 1 and 2. He's going to get a good run on the outside lane here. He's going to cut down the track a little bit, and he's going to go full throttle and be on the inside by the time that they get to 1 and 2, almost forcing the 64 to check up.
So Blake Hoppy almost, yep, Gudger's in the wall.
I told you that was going to happen.
Yeah. So now 3.8 seconds. So he lost a little bit of time, so now he can go on his own. Now here's the other thing, is that Blake and Pendel are in the team chat together, and Pendel is racing for a championship. So even if Blake gets to him, Blake might not want to... Might just let him have the win because that's extra points.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Racers could be racers, man. I told Blake that I'd let him win. I told Tyler I'd let him win at Daytona. And did I do either of those? No.
Yeah, looking at our points. Alan Warnecki. So Alan Warnecki now has fallen back to 7th. So Peter Stewart, one of those guys who had a great run at Darlington last season, looking good here. But yeah, I don't. So we're down to 14 cars. It looks like Abraham is well, he's still there in the.
He's still there in the race, but he's been quite a few laps down for a while.
So he's
checked up early.
Okay, so he's still there. Cal's still on the track, and Cangelosi.
That gap down to 3.6.
Cangelosi still on the lead lap. Let's get
Cangelosi. Watch Kevin and Michael. They are side by side in exit 2.
Gudger in the wall. So he goes from 2nd to 5th.
Huge hit.
Blake Hoppy 3.4. He's not going to catch him unless Pendel makes another mistake.
I don't think so. But it looks like Kevin's in the fence right there too. If there's a late race caution, this is what everybody needs except for Pendel.
Yeah, I don't.
Pendel was real close to that wall. I wonder if he touched it just a little bit. He's sliding it on the exit just a little bit. Stoner looks very, very calm, cool, and collected. That gap down to 3.3. What's it at right now going down the back straight?
Between Blake?
Yeah, between Blake and Chris.
It's not going down fast enough.
It's not going to be enough.
Peter Stewart going for 5th.
Oh, he's doing his inside.
He's got it.
Pinch.
I think he's got it. He'll have the advantage going into 1.
Side by side. Yeah, they're side by side. We're going to see if Michael Gudger hits the wall again, and he's going to.
Oh, again, yeah.
You could just see it the way that car was going into the corner, that he was going to hit that wall. Warnecki kind of falling back a little bit to 7th, like you said. Sean Johnson pretty far behind him right now. So Warnecki just trying to hold on, keep that car in one piece, like he said. And damage limitation, but that gap not coming down fast enough, like you said.
Yeah.
Between 1st and 2nd, it's going to be 1.6 with 5 to go.
Pendel's got this pretty much in the bag. I think he's just got to hold on. He's probably driving
the wheels off that thing.
Yeah, or just ultra conservative, just to not
I don't know if you can be right now, especially with those two behind you.
Yeah, he's coming up on
He's running.
Cangelosi.
You got to think the pressure that he's under right now. He's an ARCA guy. He has Blake and Sam Stoner behind him, who are some very prominent truck figures, like people who have
Yeah.
made a reputation in this league for being fast.
I think Blake is going to get second here.
I think so too.
We're
I
on
do
board
think
Blake
that
right now.
2.2 is the gap, though.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I really don't want it, but if there's a caution, man, this is going to
Oh
be
yeah, well,
insane.
we have 4 more laps for it to happen. I don't think
don't wanna
anyone.
jinx
No
everything.
one's close enough to each other right now. I think
Yeah,
you'd
but
have
I mean,
to have
I've seen some self spins.
you'd
I've
have-
seen some
yeah,
self
you'd have
spins
to
here.
spin on your own. Yeah, Blake really gets that drive off the edge. So Kevin Baumler will hang in there. I think he'll probably drip.
Abraham Loose almost lost it.
We're still on
I look
board.
around the track right now, see who's battling.
Blake
but
Hoppy.
Here it comes.
Yeah,
Blake
Blake-
Hoppy making a move.
So at a macro level, Blake can't be too disappointed. I think he probably knew he could win this race, but just had. I can't remember if they were
considering
mistakes
he
or if it
came
was
about
just.
8 seconds.
Yeah.
He came back from 8 seconds to drop it down
Yeah.
below 2 seconds.
No, he was like
This is a
13th or
fantastic
something.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge at Darlington. That is insane. That is a fantastic run that he has. But I mean, it's not over just yet. If there's a small mistake from Chris Pendel,
Yeah.
he's going to be there because that gap is 1.6.
So Sam Stoner looks like he'll get his second straight podium. I'm sure he'll be happy about that.
The lap
Oh,
in the
Blake
way.
in the
Just
wall.
look at-
Blake, yeah. So wow, he was really in the wall. So I don't know if that's gonna be enough for. That is gonna be enough. Sam Stoner's gonna take him right here.
Wow.
Yeah. So there
That's
goes
a big
his
mistake.
second. Yeah. Now he's still isolated, I think, from. Oh, Stoner not gonna get in the wall. I almost did. He had to really back it up. But Christopher Pendel, man, what a performance! Pole position. Had some issues, hit the wall a bunch of times, but was there when you needed to be. He had the speed.
That's right. We got one more to go here, though. Sponsored by BMR Racing. We have a nice battle here for second as well. Who's going to bring home that podium spot in what order as well? But Chris
Oh
Pendel,
yeah,
man,
Sam's,
what a
they're still
fantastic
battling.
race.
They're still side by side. The last lap, Blake goes for that second spot.
Oh, he's going to get it too.
Yeah, he's got it.
Coming into turn 3 right now after a late race dominating performance. He wasn't dominant early on. He got passed by Blake and passed by a couple others, but he was able to prevail, keep his nose clean, touch the wall a couple times, left the Darlington stripe. It is going to be for his second win. Mr. Christopher Pendel is going to take the checkered flag at Darlington with a fantastic race, a statement win, the first repeat winner of the season, and he's going to retake the points lead, and it looks like by a decent margin too, because second place Warnecki is going to bring it home in 6th.
Yeah, what a performance for Pendel. Just lights out from the beginning.
Dominant later in those stages.
Yeah, I think Blake obviously was handicapped maybe in the middle of the race there. I think he would have been right up there. But I think, I mean, really Blake and then, Sean Johnson and Gudger were quick on the short runs, but on the long runs it was basically Pendel and Blake Hoppy. So yeah, a great night for Evil Empire SimSport. A 1-2 for them. Yeah, not a whole lot else to say. They did great.
Yeah, that was just a fantastic race all the way around. I mean, obviously Blake's going to be a little bit dejected because whether it was his fault or not, got in the wall a couple times here and there. P2 after starting like P13 that final restart, a huge green flag run to finish out that race as well. Pendel putting a statement win, and Samuel Stoner just having a good run as per usual, but I know he's going to be hungry for a win. Kevin Baumler, though, running 4th after a solid, or I'd say middle of the pack run early on. He was running in like 7th, 8th. Came back through the field, finished 4th. He may even take second in points actually right now. Peter Stewart, fantastic run as always. Good tire management guy. And Alan Warnecki finishing 6th after starting 20th.
Yeah, pretty good run for him. I think he probably thought he maybe could have been 4th. I think he had the speed maybe to be up there, but yeah, I mean, well, like you said, he's got some tracks coming up, and I think Pendel and himself are cementing themselves as the favorites. Baumler's obviously still there, but Baumler, I think if you don't win, it's going to be hard just because you get so many points for winning. You get those 3 extra points, plus if you're leading laps, that helps. And I don't think Kevin led any laps tonight, so we know he's got the speed, but he's just got to turn some of that qualifying speed into race dominating. So, although I mean,
Well, I mean, he was close. He finished second at
I was
Chicagoland.
gonna
If
say,
it
yeah,
wasn't a
he technically won, quote unquote, yeah, at Chicagoland. So I guess we'll give him that. But yeah, a good run for him. But I want to see him get his checkered flag, which we know is coming. I think definitely in the last
for
5
sure.
races he's got this. All right, so I like to bring in the race winner first. Just let get that done and get the top 3, and then we can talk to someone else or anyone else of note. So if you want to
Yeah, I'm gonna
bring in
bring him
Pendel
in
here.
right now, Mr. Oh, wrong guy. Oops. Don't worry about it. Get out of here, Kevin. Ref didn't see it. Ref did not see it. Don't worry about it. Misinput there. And there we go. All right, we have Mr. Chris Pendel, our winner. Second time this season, the only repeat winner. How you feeling?
Hey man, I feel great. Like I was telling you guys early in the race, I love this place. This is one of my favorite places to race at, and I don't think I was the fastest. I just was up front in clean air, and I tried to take care of my stuff there. I know Blake was running me down there at the end, and I don't know what happened there, but he started fading with a few laps to go. But man, this is awesome. Second win of the season. First one was a fluke. I got lucky on that one. This one was totally different. But yeah, I had fun. I had a blast tonight. It was a great race for everybody and a great race for me. And hopefully I took over the points lead.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. We think that you took over the points lead. Kevin jumped up to second. Warnecki fell down to third because you guys are just that close right now. You guys are so close in points that if you guys had like one position gap in between you guys would lose a spot. So with that, like I said, I think you re-inherited that points lead, and Kevin jumped up to second. This championship though, still open, man. How do you see these next couple races coming up?
Where are we at next week?
I think
This
New
man's out
Hampshire.
here just focused on P1. Yeah, we're at New Hampshire next week, and then
That's
after
another
that,
track I like. I love New Hampshire too. I ain't raced in there in a while, but that's one of my good ones of places I like to run at. But yeah, this is super close. Obviously, I'm on Evil Empire Motorsports, and Cavin's on one of my teammates, and he had a decent night too. And it's like you said, it's getting pretty close. The points are getting close, and I'm just gonna go out there and do the best I can and try to run top 5 every week, and hopefully at the end of the season I'm up there. And either way, I've enjoyed my first season here in Backmarkers Racing League, the GTCC ARCA series. This has been a fun league. I've enjoyed every minute of it. These guys are super clean, fast, and respectful, and that's all you can ask for when joining a league. I'm proud to be part of it, and hopefully I can continue to keep part of it. But man, this thing was flawless tonight. Blake, he finished second, and he made my paint scheme for me, and that was first time out on track, and she won. So maybe I need to start running a little bit more.
yeah, man. Well, that was a great performance. I know you and Blake went 1-2, probably the 2 fastest cars all day. Great job, you guys.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to talking to you again the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. We like to hear that energy.
I was gonna say, do you have any shout outs? Do you want to shout out anyone in the who may be watching?
Obviously, shout out to Evil Empire. They brung me on, and I've been able to talk to these guys and pick their brains a little bit, and they've been super good to me so far. And obviously, my boys over at Deep Racing. I got their logo on the back of my bumper there, and they've been with me since I started, even in NASCAR 85, and they're some close friends, and those guys give me pointers too sometimes when I'm struggling. Obviously, thanks to my wife, she's puts up with me doing this and spending money doing this. So I appreciate that. I love you, baby, if you're watching. And thank you to everybody here that broadcasts that runs the league. It's been a really good season, and hopefully we can continue some momentum going on.
Yes, sir, man. Well, thank you for all of that. Good words, and we're going to put you back into the Evil Empire, boys. Go let you celebrate, and we're going to bring in your teammate, Mr. Blake Hoppy.
See you guys.
Man, he is happy.
Yeah, no, you could hear it in his voice. Yeah, he's thrilled with it, and he should be. I mean, that was a great win.
Yeah, he definitely should. But let's bring in P2, Mr. Blake Hoppy. You got us up in the booth.
Yeah, I got you. What's going on?
I like that sigh.
The sigh. Yeah, he knows it. He knows it. Could have been a win.
Had a fast car. You ran him down from, I think you started in 13th at that last caution. And you started like 8 seconds back, I think it was at one point. Got down to like a second and a half with like 3 to go, 2 to go. What happened? I know there was a couple of moments here and there.
Yeah, quite a bit happened. I think just didn't end up materializing. I was just pushing too hard at the end. I think I hit the wall 3 or 4 times. I even told Kevin behind me that I probably wasn't supposed to be doing that. I guess I was trying to do the Ross Chastain line, but yeah, awesome for Chris. Tried running him down, but he just kind of held steady, and I think he had a little bit better tires actually than me at the end. So I don't know if I would have had much for him when I caught him.
Well, I mean, you still have to look at that last run. I think it was probably like 30 or 40 laps. You started P13, like I said, at that restart. Huge comeback through the field. You got to at least be a little bit excited for that because there's some good caliber drivers up in there that you were able to work your way around.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised I did that because I pit and I tried to fix my damage because I had smoked the wall and kind of spun around a little bit. And I didn't take tires there, so I was surprised that I was able to drive through the field like that. But yeah, I got pinched in the wall by Sean there, and I dropped all the way back to like 14th. And then I don't know, I wasn't really happy with how he was racing me too. Later on, he kind of brake checked me a few times, so I don't know what was up with that. I thought that was kind of not okay, but I guess we got by him quick and took care of that pretty quickly.
I guess Tyler, you there? He might have stepped away for a minute. Yeah, great. I mean, I know like everyone was kind of bouncing off the wall tonight. I guess it seemed like Pendel had gotten the wall a lot, and it just didn't seem to affect him maybe as much as some of the other guys. So I don't know if it was just the angle or what. Obviously, at the end, your tires were better. Was there any like one point in the race that you're like, man, I wish I didn't make that one mistake that you think was the difference, or do you think it was just kind of a culmination of just how the race went for you and for the guys around you?
Yeah, I think I was trying to be kind of cautious until the end, and maybe we could get a long run there. But I felt like guys were just being too aggressive, and that just didn't play into my hands very well, and got caught up in some stuff. But yeah, I mean, I hope that was fun to watch it.
Yeah, no,
It was a fantastic race to watch. I'm back. Don't worry about
okay,
it,
he's back.
Captain.
Okay.
My thing just got unplugged. Anyways, what I was saying when I got rudely interrupted by my computer was, I know you two have had a lot of history, you and Sean Johnson recently. So it didn't surprise me. I said that in the booth that you guys are going to be running each other a little bit harder than other people. So once again, it doesn't surprise me, but I'm sure there's no love lost between you two.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
And you get to do it again on Thursday.
Yeah, that was the big thing. I think running tonight just for some track time. But yeah, now we get to go with everybody's much more, I think, high caliber in the truck series, obviously for obvious reasons. So that'll be tough on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Well, we're gonna put you back with the Evil Empire boys. You got to go celebrate that P2.
You got to give them shout outs.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right. Start yelling at people. Who you want to shout out?
B23 Design.
I want to yell that. I want to yell at Tyler. I want to yell at Dustin. I want to yell at Nathan for putting on the ARCA series. What is it called? The Rescreen LLC series.
GTCC.
There you go.
Oh, that's the late models. Okay, I'm just shouting stuff out. But yeah, you guys got the.
Yes, sir. Well, we're gonna put you back with your boys now. Go celebrate that. I know it's not the result you wanted, but you got to
still
think,
good.
Man.
P2 is really good. Yeah, don't feel bad about that. You ran a really good race. You should. Be happy.
I felt like the speed was there, so I think I can be happy about that at least.
Yep,
that's true. All right. Well, thank you for that, and we're gonna put him back in his spot. And he's a lot like me. I can already tell. Where if he doesn't win, he's gonna be sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a second. I mean, maybe third or fourth. I could understand. But second, I mean, he was so close, and I think he.
Well,
can,
that's just.
Yeah, and he won last.
Evil Empire boys.
He won the last time out in ARCA, so he's good. I would be happy if I were him.
No, that's Blake and I for you. Him and I run a lot alike, unfortunately. But anyways, let's pull in Mr. P3, Sam Stoner, after a very, very solid run. Sam, you got us up in the booth?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, ran P3 tonight. You were looking at P1 for a little bit, especially late in that run. You were kind of catching them just here and there. What'd you need to do differently?
Oh man. Well, I was advised by my coach that my line was a little bit off towards the end there when it came to saving tire. I definitely wore him out. Crew chief let me know. Right
Yeah.
front tire was wearing out with about 20 to go.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, we were nursing that all the way home, but I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I would be too, man. I mean, you ran a fantastic race overall. You were up there throughout the whole night. Obviously, we were talking about in the chat before the race, we're going to see the difference between last season and this season. And safe to say, I think you'd destroy your last self from last season.
Yeah, man. We were just watching that back last season's race. Definitely some improvements since those days.
Yeah, man. Well, we're all obviously noticing that, and we're proud to see it too because I know I gave you a shout out last time, and then you died. So this time I gave you a couple shout outs this time, and you didn't die. So I'm very very proud of you for that. Overall, just had some really really great speed, and I know that win's gonna be coming for you soon, especially in either the ARCA or the Truck Series because you're getting there, man. You're gonna be fast enough, like probably Thursday.
Well, my grandfather hit me up right after the race and said that win's coming soon. So
Yeah, well, I
I'll
think
take
we
your
all see
word for
that
it.
now. We all see that now, man. So you're doing a great job. And anybody want to shout out?
My cousin checked this one out, and my parents, uncle, my grandfather, as I said again.
Yeah, you had a whole crew,
You
right?
guys
Whole crew of
got a whole crew.
8. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a whole crew.
Well,
So
they pushed you to another podium, so this is great. This is 2
they
podiums in
did.
a row for you.
They did, and I appreciate you guys for broadcasting this one.
This was fun. This is a great one to watch. This is probably the best race I think of this season between the 2 series, easily.
Ton of fun
For
the
sure.
whole time.
Well, let's see if you guys can do that again on Thursday. I'll be there tonight, or I'll be there that night. So everybody that's up in the booth right now will be on track. So hopefully Rain will be there on Thursday, calling us
Oh yeah.
idiots probably for wrecking each other.
Are we gonna make Pendel do a truck race on Thursday?
Ooh, that's a good idea. I think we're gonna have to do that, but we're
Yeah.
gonna send Sam back to his team there so he can go celebrate that podium with his boys. Go watch the rest of that last race. And what do you say, Dustin? What do you think about that one?
Let's. I think it was. Can we? Let's. Is Joe Rapp still in here? Can we talk to him? I want to give a new guy.
Joe Rapp is nowhere to be seen.
He's
That man has
nowhere
already
to be
left the
found.
track.
All right. Well, Joe Rapp. Yeah. If you're here, good job gaining 4 spots. I don't know if that's your first top 10, but you definitely did good. Gudger, I'm sure. I mean, a lot of these guys you're going to talk to him and they're going to be disappointed. Sean Johnson, I know he's probably not the happiest camper right now. Gudger was running pretty good.
Oh, I know who you need to bring in.
Peter Stewart?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's
Our
bring in Peter
Canadian,
Stewart.
Mr. Peter D. Stewart, the lone Canadian this time in the field. Usually you're accompanied by Devin Jack, but tonight you were the only Maple Leaf there, and you ran a great race, man. How did it feel out there?
Well, I mean, I could have done without being wrecked by my teammate, but other than that, it was pretty good.
Dang, not to call out your own team or anything like that. Well, I mean, overall, fantastic race. Finished inside the top 5. You probably think they had a little bit more left in the tank, possibly had a shot to win it, but what do you think, man, overall, like late in the run?
Yeah, it was good. I'd say maybe the second like decent green run that we had, I felt that I was like catching back up, even though there was a huge gap, because I slowed down for I can't remember if it was Anthony or there was some wreck in turn 2 that I slowed down for, but there wasn't a caution, so I lost. I don't know, it must have been 4 or 5 seconds at least. But after I got clear of that pack, I was making really good time. But another caution came out and kind of changed everything. But I mean, overall, I'm happy.
Yeah, man, well, you deserve to be happy. I know that you're probably thinking now, I probably could have won that thing or had a good shot to win it. So I'm going to tell you the same thing that we told Sam, and that win's coming, man. You've definitely been steadily increasing in your skill, and I'm here to watch that, and I'm loving it, man. So good job out there today.
Thank you. I'm pumped for the truck race on Thursday.
Well, you should be, man, because you're good at tires and you're good at the trucks, so it'll be a fun one, and I'm excited to be out there on track with you again. I miss having you out there.
Yeah, me too.
All right, man. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, Abraham. He was a great teammate today, keeping everybody focused, even though he wasn't having the best day himself. But I'm really glad he's on our team.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man, and he seems to be a really good motivator for you guys, even if he's not having the best time.
Yeah, he's solid.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for joining tonight, and once again, fantastic run.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that was our lone Canadian in the field tonight, Peter D. Stewart. Good run. I'm super excited for him. I love seeing him run well. He's such a good guy.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. It was good to see him get a good finish here. I'm gonna pull up the race results here on the screen for everybody. Let's go to race results here. So, let's see. Do I need to go to checkered flag? Is that why it's not? There we go. Maybe this is why. Can I do my race results now? Nope. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's see if I can go to, maybe go to live. Here we go. And then race results. Nope. No, it's not showing for some reason. I don't know if it's because people have backed out or what. But yeah, it looked like, yeah, Pendel obviously won the race. Blake Hoppy second, Sam Stoner third, Kevin Baumler. Let's go back to that tower here. Sorry, I'm having some graphical issues. Tyler, I know you probably can't see them here. Let's see.
Got
show.
you. I got you.
I'm trying here. Let's go back to empty.
Don't worry about this. I got you. I'm lining this thing up right now.
Oh, you're gonna line it
Use
up.
schedule. Here we go. We got the winner, Mr. Christopher Pendel, after leading 88 laps. A fantastic run. Second place is going to be Blake Hoppy after a little bit of a disappointing mid-race after getting into the wall a couple times, whether his doing or somebody else is doing. He came back from 13th to 12th, or sorry, to second. There we go. A little bit of a stroke there. But worked his way back up to second, led 18 laps, and definitely had one of the fastest cars tonight, especially on a long run. Sam Stoner, another good tire-saving guy, gonna finish P3. He tried real hard at the end there, but burned his tires off, ultimately falling to third. Kevin Baumler, big points day for him, finishing fourth. He's gonna fall 8 points behind Chris S. race. So he's gonna be probably about 10, 11 points off the leader going into next race, but nothing he can't work back towards. You got Peter D. Stewart, who we just talked to, gonna finish in fifth after round out the top five. Fantastic run for him. We got we got Alan Wernicke started 20th, and he's gonna round out sixth, man. That's a fantastic run for him. He wasn't very confident to begin with, so I bet you he's gonna be pretty okay with that run. In seventh, we got Michael Gudger. I got it pulled up now.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, go ahead. So you're not
All
talking
right.
to nobody. Yeah.
All right, sweet. So Michael
Took me a
Gudger gonna bring it home in seventh place. He led 4 laps today. He showed a lot of speed, and now that he's doing ARCA full time, I think he's gonna possibly get a win, if not run inside the top 3, top 5 for the rest of the season. Man, he's been solid, and I'm really, really on his side. I really want to see him succeed. After that, we got Joe Rapp, who's gonna finish 8th for his first top 10. A fantastic run. I bet you he's gonna be super excited about that. Right behind him is gonna be Sean Johnson. Led 24 laps, gonna be the second most of the race. He had a really fast car early on, and I told you, those brake bias mistakes, they're crucial, man. So
Yeah.
I think that brake bias mistake cost him definitely a better finish, let alone a win. But alas, I mean, led some laps. Definitely going to be up there on Thursday. After that, we got Tyler DeTalent. Top 10 TD, baby. That man can wheel a broken car. We know that for sure. He's going to be a little bit dejected, I'm sure, but still cannot discredit a top 10 with 20 drivers in the field. After that, Corey Harville had some incidents early on, but rounded out with 11th after kind of being inside the top 10, kind of falling out and going back to it. Not a bad run for him. Anthony Cangelosi, he was running inside the top 10 for quite a bit.
Yeah, he did
but
great.
Ultimately, he fell back to 12th, 1 lap down, but still, you can't look down on that run. After that, we got some DNFs, or just some people that had some misfortune with Andrew D. Cowell, Abraham Kalufa, Nicholas Moffitt, Nathan Gentry, Daniel Morris, Dylan Johnson, Nick Serif, and Dade Grajewski going to round out the field tonight.
So yeah, what can we used or deduced from this for Thursday night? I guess Blake obviously will probably be in good shape. Sam Stoner, Peter Stewart.
Oh yeah, all the guys that finish inside the top 10 for the trucks, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with on Thursday. But I think we got to give more credit to our ARCA guys right now. This is their series, and we
Yeah.
got Mr. Christopher Pendell, the first repeat winner of the season, and that's beating out ARCA guys too. Not or truck guys too.
Yeah,
There
a
have been
lot
a
of them.
couple of truck guys who have ran their 3 races already,
Hmm.
and he's beat them twice now.
Right.
So a very big statement to him and the field and the truck series as well. So we're gonna see how this thing plays out, man. I'm excited to see him run.
I think this was as big of a statement last week as Warnecki, because Warnecki we were thinking was, the top dog, and Christopher the pendulum swung the other way, and Pendell's definitely looking really good right now. We'll see how they do next week at New Hampshire. But yeah, hopefully we'll get Pendell and Warnecki in a truck here soon to see if they can run with us for a race. I'm sure they can. I know Pendell really likes this ARCA car. But yeah, to get him in a truck, it would be a lot of fun.
I agree 100%. And we just got back from the points guy, Mr. Sean Johnson himself. So Pendell is going to have the lead with 246 points. Alan Wernicke, 240 points, so only 6 behind. Kevin Baumler within 11 points at 235. And then Tyler DeTalent with 209. So this 4-horse race kind of became a 3-horse race after tonight. But still, I could definitely see this battle shaping up, especially with Tyler DeTalent, man. You can never know what to expect with him. I bet you can make up those points here and there, especially if some of these guys have a rough night.
Can never count him out.
No, sir. I'm excited to see it.
Alrighty, do you have any more closing thoughts? Or are you ready for? And so you'll be with us in the trucks on Thursday night?
Yes, sir. I'll
Okay.
be there.
Are you gonna make all the races for the trucks for the rest of the season? Do you think, or is that the plan right now, or are you gonna be running
I'm
a
gonna be
limited
close
schedule?
to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna be close to it, but yeah. As for closing statements, I just want to thank Nathan Gentry for sponsoring this series with the GTCC ARCA series, our 3rd season, and not disappointing at all, man. So I'm excited to see how the rest of the season plays out. Thank you to Sean Johnson for sponsoring this race as well with the Moon Pie Run 175. Thank you to obviously my personal sponsors, but I'm just getting into my race mode now
Yeah, you
after
gotta
a
do your
post-race
real.
interview.
Yep.
But yeah, so thank you to everybody watching as well. You guys help this channel go around, and you guys give us a little bit of motivation, man. I mean, I love watching the viewers go up a little bit. Like I saw 17, and I was like, no way, that's pretty sick. Like we're live right now, and 17 people are taking their time out of their day to watch this race live, not just like after the fact or whatever where they speed through it, but they're watching it live on a TV screen or something like that. Like it's so cool to think about.
Yeah, it's great. All right, man. Well, thank you so much for joining me in the broadcast, and hopefully we can do another one here soon.
All right, man.
All right. Thank you, Tyler. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. And with that, we are going to get ready and sign off here. Again, Christopher Pendell, your winner in the Moon Pie 175 here at Darlington. We will be back on Thursday night for the Sly Designs Truck Series race here at Darlington. This one will be, I believe, 200 miles, so a little bit longer. And yeah, it just promises to be a good one if tonight is any indication. So thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you guys in the next one.